Good morning, viewers. Myself again, and this time I am going to be talking about education system, especially from nursery to graduation, post graduation, and later up to doctorate level. As I am speaking of education, you can see there is a change. There is no watch, but my picture of my father over there, just like it. Actually, I had been a professor, visiting lecturer, not a professor, visiting lecturer in the fields of mainly computer. But as per visiting norms over there, I had been teaching statistics and other things like financial management, accountancy, etc. Actually, I never wanted to be a professor or a lecturer. I never wanted to deal with students because to me, the education system in Bengal, at least, especially the West Bengal style, the West Bengal board, HS board, etc. And also the ICSE board. I don't know about CBSE matters. Is not at all appropriate for students or their parents or their recruiters at all. And the process and the type and the methods of teaching and the relation between teacher, principal, teacher, student union, student union is not at all what I want and what it should be to me. My father had been from my childhood. I've seen him. Many students came in our house, studied there. All praised father highly, remembered father highly, recognized him. I went to someone's. Oh, you've heard. You know some BK for. Okay, okay. Yes, I know Professor. Are you? Yes, yes. I am. Oh, acha, acha. I studied in. I went to your house. He's a very good. He is a very valuable professor. We learned everything. Not only I passed in examination. Now also I remember and use how he teach, what he teach. That is very helpful, needful, and appropriate, and helps us. So on so goes for. I went to Axis Bank, Kamak Street branch to complain against that Joy 3 of that Axis Bank, Bangur, the relationship lady manager, which I lettered as a complaint to the governor also. And then I was very appropriately welcomed, not because of my this thing as BIO or whatever or as a customer, but because I am son of my father. Of Next, this happened many times, many everywhere, almost. So what happened? That did not motivate me. I was many times by many body in my many persons in my relatives told that why don't you write a book? Why don't you write a textbook like your father in commerce or whatever? I said no, I'm not into all this. I'll be in business. I'll be in service. Some politics also, or rather a combination thereof. So I was not interested. Now, what happened? I was studying this auditors, what do you call it? ICAI, Institute of Cost and Auditors Accounts India. ICAI, that in uh, auditors this thing. So A little bit of help was needed in some portion. I asked father. Father said, "You can go see." I had a maths teacher here in our neighbor. He referred. I went there. I studied a little bit. Then he told me that there are students who want to learn a little bit of computer. Can you please help? But you say, father, let me say, he didn't took any fees also, as because his father is reference. So I thought it's okay. I should also reciprocate. Father coming in, father said you should help them. I said, okay, fine. I came, let them come to my house. They came here. There were four computers, one laptop, two printers for my desktop setup, DTP setup with LAN, etc. In those days. So I helped them one day, the next day, theoretical. That was all. But when I tried to teach them, I found that they're fumbling, they're trembling, they're always concerned how to get a job. It needs a little influence, a source, a reference, and how to retain the job. And that's in the private sector. How to retain the job and regain another job in case there is a failure over there. Well, that is the anxiety one has to have. Very good side. But they were not concerned with so much learning. That is because the base of learning being done to them in these years is so unstable that they can learn what have been taught to them, cannot expand it to learn others. I mean to say that at that time, computer was not given the trust. Physics, chemistry, biology, mathematics, English, Bengali, these, that, all these things, Sanskrit, etc. So if you give them hard topics in that subject, they can prepare itself themselves. But if you give them a separate subject, they do not know how to prepare the base of the subject. So the teaching has been done like a mug up basis. So one has to understand that the basis of teaching was not proper. When I in very school Montessori period, when I was given maths, 5 plus 7 plus 3 minus 2 minus 1 equal to what? Father told me that you should remember these things of I used to count like this, huh? 5 plus 3 9 like this, minus 1 then 8 like that. Father used to told me you should picturize the whole palm over here. Now you should see find a finger moving like this. You should have it like just like an animation is done. That time father told me you should have it filmed like that in front of you. And that's how I used to do. Then when the sums relating to BODMAS came, bracket of division, multiplication, addition, subtraction, bin plum, etc. So he told me first you have to think how many steps are there. I solved the sum. He told me, have you ever counted how many steps are there? I said no. You should count how many steps. Now you see if you can reduce any one step. Then he told me, by seeing the sum, you can answer it. I said, yes, I can do it mentally. Now you say, how many steps are there? Think that also mentally. So this is how we had to do. When I came with a subject, please explain me from the beginning. He used to scold me so much that I felt hurt and I didn't come. I'll study the subjects on my own. I came in only to ask very selected topics. He didn't never used to tell me the subject, explain me the subject from the basics. Never. One book, two book, 1,000 book, library, on library, 50,000 library. You want to travel all over India, travel. I'm not going to explain the basics. You have to get into it. You come to me to ask selected questions. Go to school to get the basics, whatever you do. Come with me to me with selected questions. Very intelligent questions. Otherwise, don't come to me. Do whatever you want to do. I will give you all the support, financial, everything you want. Come to me for that. Otherwise, don't talk to me about this. I was very strict in this manner. So I had to prepare it all myself, and that for that I got assistance from teachers, from extra coaching. Sometimes, very one or two times. So things went on like that. Now I saw how frustrated they are because they cannot cope up a new subject itself like that. So the basis of forming foundation of any subject is not taught to them. They are like parrots. Say this, not the proper like this, like this. This is not the way of teaching. I was rather doing this with my father. So this is the problem. So then father said, father used to call me lovingly boo boo, and some many times boo boo, but lovingly boo boo. Tell me one thing. You are looking to serve the country through politics, through industrialization. But what is the basics of serving the country? What is the main thing in serving the country? Do you know? I said industrialization. When there is industrialization, there is more jobs. There are more jobs. When there is a religious stability, there is growth for the country. When there is politics is proper, ethical and concerned, so that will be helpful in future years. Yes, but for what that? What is the basics? You want to go from here to there, you can go by plane, you can go by train, you can go by car. Okay, you can go by walking also in case. Suppose you can go by cycling, but what is the main thing needed? Fuel. That is energy. Okay, I said yes. What is the energy for a country to move, and what is the effect? How does the long lasting effect of a movement of a country, on which it depends? I said, well, means there is reliance there, electricity is there, nuclear energy is there. What type of fuel? Proper agriculture is there for fooding. Defense is there for supporting, guarding. So everything. What exactly you mean fuel? I said, it's a comparison. I'm just telling you, it's an example. Fuel is knowledge. Fuel is willpower. Fuel is unity. Fuel is humanity. And fuel is honesty, honesty, and devotion. And sticking to the greater side of principle, which may lead to the principle being modified itself. That is sustainability and survivability. This is the fuel. For everything you do, you need knowledge. If you want to drive a car, you need knowledge. If you want to sweep a floor, you need knowledge. That when the wind blows this way, you cannot sweep the other opposite direction. You have to wait, or you have to do this, you have to do that. You need to know. You need to know. Everything you need to know. So knowledge is power. I said, yes, that I know. So knowledge is power. Therefore, until and unless you have proper knowledge, you cannot proceed. Students are the knowledge limb of a country, and every citizen is student whole throughout the life. He said. I said, how? See, everybody learns little this on that. I say, yes, Samiji also said, Location on Maharaj also said this, that every time people learn this or that. Yes, you can't stop learning. You will learn from this, you will learn from that, you will learn from the everywhere you're going to learn, you educated or not. Okay. So learning is cannot be that cannot be halted. Therefore, students, every citizen is a student in some time or the other in every day of his life. He learns little bit, this will that, unless he's sleeping the whole day. Okay, okay. So, learning. What do you mean by learning? What do you mean by knowledge? What do you mean by skill? I said learning is acquiring or gaining knowledge as to judge and how to judge and what to judge and why to judge, to select from good from bad, to what to do, what not to do, these things. Knowledge is assimilated learning facts. Wisdom is fine knowledge that is appropriately fitted. And skill is inherited knowledge, inherited wisdom, which is based on the talent and the procedure of developing the talent, etc. It's fine. So you have got it. Actually, to a little flashback, my father wanted me to be in the teaching profession many years back. When he wrote his book, A New Edition, Cost Accountant Methods and Problems by B.K. Bhatt, Academic Publishers, what it did was, he said, do one thing, son, just teach this my students a little bit of computer because a computer is needed in these days costing. I said, I'll not be teaching them. But he said, no, you see, one day you'll understand. I understood, then I written a whole chapter at the last of his book. It was admired. Then once he wanted me to be in the teaching profession, but I slipped up. Now he said, you saw, you understood how helpless this generation in Bengal is. I said, yes. So serving the country by imparting knowledge is very good. You want to impart knowledge in politics, very good. You want to impart knowledge in business, that's very welcome. But you must understand, you have to impart knowledge in education field first, because that is the basics of everything. If you are going to tell anybody how to repair a car in case of breakdown due to tire puncture, whatever, you have to make him learn first. Only when there is LERN, then only the L can be dropped for EARN. Otherwise, there will be MOURN, morning. I said, fine, I'll remember this. So what to do? How do I get into learning a teaching process? He said, I'll try. Ah, yes, you try. He took me to uh, someone, Komul something. I forgot the name. He gave me introduction in ICSI, Institute of Compound Sectors. Without any credential or background, I was given the first letter of appointment as a visiting faculty on computer subject. I entered the class. I was just approaching to brief the syllabus. Very confident I was. There is no shivering or whatever. Then they said, "You seem to know everything." Yes, sir. We know everything. Actually, sir, computer is done, sir, but other portion A, Part B. So Part A, Model A, Model B. Model A is statistics, and that is totally unknown to us. Previously, there is a very problem in getting the statistics professor teacher. So that is why we have to do it on our own. And there are in private tutors also, statistics are not up to the mark. So this is the help that is required. Computer is also required, sir, but this is a little bit of help is required for us. This is the problem. So in the first class, I was so much acceptable as a personality that they were very free to come to me and say, This is the problem, sir. We could not express this anyway, and the management is not is quite deaf to us. So what will you do?" So I said, "Well, fine. If you allow me, I can be recognized as a visiting lecturer of computer, but I can teach you statistics also, but in the class itself, not no tuitions and things like that. So whatever you have to come and ask me and get it done in the class itself, if I am allowed in the next class." So I said, "Okay, fine." I started with meme. I read the definition and explained it point-wise, logically and rationally, represented it very diagrammatically, the separate these things, what do you call it? Formulas of mean, median, mode, what is the difference, the pictorial representation in that class itself, residual class itself. And that the class was over. Vishwanath, the clerk, came to tell me, but when I was writing on the board, they just told them uh, with a blink of eyes, please don't disturb us. Next class, next class, be, as it is, we'll continue with this. So when I saw the watch and said, oh my god, it is time. Actually, sir, they came to say that we said we are not going to do that. We are going to continue this class yours because it is very helpful to us. We can understand well. I thought it was a some formality. I came down to the said sorry to the next lecturer and went on. The next day, I thought maybe I won't be told that. Well, thank you for the classes. This is the next class, or you won't be getting the next. Whatever. I don't. I couldn't think that I'll be welcome. So the next class I went in, Mr. Shantanushin was there. So he just greeted me with much respect. He didn't disrespect me, but with much respect and adore. When I went to take the attendance book of the class, he told me, "Welcome, Mr. Bhatt. Well, you are now Professor Bhatt." I said, "That's very kind of you, sir, and you're concerned because you have asked me to continue with the class, at least for this term." Well, he said, "Not for the next term, not for this term, for the next terms also. And in case that I have any promotion or what, you are going to stay with us as long as you can. Uh, Rather, I don't tell that as long as you wish, but as long as you can. If you, even if you there, if you get a good job or whatever, we have some time for us because we need a professor in statistics very urgently, and those passing out ISI etc. are not interested in the teaching profession in this much because it does not yield any monetary benefit to that extent that they are getting the job and that respect also. uh, so mm, uh, so that is why we cannot invite people from there, professors from there, and that statistics are very uh, left away subject. People don't take it easily, generally, normally. So there is a shortage also, and that the students are very happy with the type of teaching you have done, and you'll be glad to know that there are only 5 to 8 students, and now almost there are three, and now there are three who are absentees, and the whole class is full. So please proceed. So please help us in this matter. We need your proper guidance. In the letter, it was said that only computer, specifically computer. Shall I change it to specifically statistics in case it hurts your mind? Because it hurts my mind to do this sort to keep for this matter. So no, let it be as it is next time. From very good, please carry on. Things were like this. I went there, I took the class, and it was very overwhelming. There was a good interaction. The most point is that There was a good interaction. People asked me this to explain once more. This I could not understand, and that class was very warm, and everybody was quite happy. At the end of the class, I said, and they told me quite a few days later that question module is to be set. That is very important for them to get to the internal. I said, yes, I know, I understand. Then I said, actually, you should be knowing the fact that in my HS, I had statistics at additional, and I got some 21 or 31%, which was below the marks of passing. But since it was additional, it didn't affect my total percentage. So, is it true? I said yes. And the next point is that I have never gone to any coaching, any tuition, any friend, and not even one day in Joypuri College in statistics class. I have done all my own. And that you're so much well understanding helps me to recognize myself, to discover myself as a very good student of statistics. I have never brushed even from 1995 to this some 2005 6 whatever. And the first time I opened the book so many days, so many years later, and I have been able to read. And today, these days also, I have never gone through anything. So, yes, so they were very happy to know that. Then one of the girls asked something. One particular girl, she's a very good looking, was very good looking. Said, actually, sir, very good, sir. You're so good, sir. Thank you, sir. You know, like that. So showy was he that I was it was very difficult for me to understand what is he wanting. He's congratulating me or contradicting me. I couldn't understand. I was a little bewildered. Then all other students, some of the male students who started, then other one or two female students also, just superseded in her saying, and that started to praise me in their manner. And then Gish or whatever, I remember one of the boy telling, we're sitting and saying, you please sit and say. So like that, things were done. And the next day, after the class, they told me, sir, would you mind one thing if we say, what? No, actually, uh, I have a good connection with my father has a good connection with BJP, the secretary then, and that Kapon Shikar, who is very uprising and holding in his party. He stays someone near in Damdam also. He's secretary PA and secretary also. Your computer this thing is very, so in case you want to meet him, I can it will be very good for opportunity for us and also the party itself, um, because as a prospecting teacher this is as a prospect in life, I think this is very needed for everybody has to have some party holding to proceed, and that's why I'm saying, so you're so talented, you're so generous, and you're so uh, good to us, you understand the problem of the students very well. Therefore this is just a saying, sir, humble presentation, sir. I said nothing. I said just made him aware that I do not politicalize education channel and work channel to the effect for just my benefit only. So meeting not them, that's a different issue. But I am not going to politicize education field for whatever reason. Thank you for thinking for me, and you'll be glad to know that I had a connection with BJP past before in the times of Meena Devi Pur, Pur, Purohit, that was in KMC that time, in Subhuto Mukherjee's time. I'd been there office to their Murali Ghar Street, watch TV, It gossips, offered tea, but I didn't take it. And then came back, understood their way of working, their thought, their ideology. And regarding Mr. Tapun Shilkar, I heard a lot about him. He does stay in Gangamon, that area. Well, this is the fact. Are you associated in any political party? Well, that's my personal matter. I'm not going to talk to it. It has nothing to do with education. Okay. From that onwards, ICSI gave me night classes also and morning classes also in the intermediate time. And that name and fame spread so much that I got entry into IGT, later into what is that? IMS, ICWA. Now that's part time. Now, what happened? The father thought that I'll give him one chance. Let me see. He's always this. He never lets you sleep easily. He always disturbs. That is his nature. How do he builds the talent in him? That is the way of his talent. He could have given me a ghost post in ISW or whatever school, institute or whatever. He didn't do it. Because he would have given me first chance in ICWA, AI, in the cost institute wherein so name and fame and respected. So that any problem I could do will be covered. He never did so. He gave me the ICSI, where his costing is almost not needed. Where I had not been seen, I had not seen the institute itself. Purposely written as computer and told by the students that he has statistics and he needs this statistics if you can get done by him, may proceed. Purposely did. Purposely. So I was forced to fight and rise to the top. And just kept as he knew nothing. I thought it is a computer house and I am not informed. Government said, and all this false acting. Anyway, I was wondering what is being done to me. So I gave him a good return back. And the reputation of him made him very proud of me. And he started giving me a little bit of his instruction as every son in different aspects of teaching. So like this things went on. Then I said that I need to shift job because of internet and I share account and this account for different this and I used to work the night mainly for computer and perspectives and for while I had some interaction with the other parts of the country which were like you say which were almost at that time and that I did for my own increase of knowledge and wisdom because there was at that time also I had a way I used to do VCs video conferences ask about how this topic of biology topics very good. I love to develop skill and that at night only we could have get up uninterrupted less interrupted dial up connection Wi-Fi broadband. The concept was very vague to us. So he said I said that I wish was internet is going up. There's proper connection and the websites are there. E-commerce is coming in. There's a change and that education nowadays become tutorial based with CD for learning Excel, learning MBA and these things. So what you call Budapest in CBT. So I said that let me do this publication. Also I have a good backup in
publishing book, so it will be better for me. That will support me.
So I
So
should
I should
change.
change.
Therefore, I want
I
that
want
itself.
that itself.
And you are
And
doing
yes,
this
yes,
itself.
yes, yes.
Very good.
Very good.
Come, come. So I said,
So I
fine,
said, fine.
more
More
visiting
visiting
lecturers.
lecturers.
And at that
At
time
that
also,
time
I
also,
know
I
some
know
thoughts
some
also
thoughts also.
with my friends.
Yes.
That
That
helped me to
helped
go
me
on.
to go on.
So I said, come, come. I went
I
to
went
teach
teach
every time,
every time,
everywhere. I
everywhere.
found that the
That the
basics, basics of the basics to the
to the
students
students
are very
are very
humbling.
humbling.
They are
They
a
are
good
a
mug
good
of
mug
us
of us
and good
and good
absorbers
absorbers
and
and
vomiters.
vomiters.
They are not
They are not
processors.
processors.
They are not
They are not
at all
all
inventors.
inventors.
They do not
They do
have
not
the
have the
need
need
to think
think
how to
how to
think
think
properly
properly
to
to
propagate and
propagate and
romantic.
romantic.
If
If
anybody can
anybody
do
can do
better,
better,
oh, he
oh,
has
he
the
has the
talent.
talent.
He has
He
he
has
went
got
got good
good
opportunity.
opportunity.
I
I
can.
can.
How can
How
I?
can I?
So
So
this was
this
very
was very
bad,
bad.
and
And
therefore
therefore
everybody
everybody
wanted
wanted
to know
to
the
know the
questions
question
and the answer.
answer.
Some now
Some
next is
next
that
is
they
that
wanted
they
to
want to
know the
know the
answers.
answers.
Don't give me the
Don't give
questions,
the
sir.
questions, sir.
It hurts your
That's
honesty.
the honesty.
Just tell
Just
me how
tell
to
me how
answer.
to
What
answer.
idea
What
maybe
idea
can
you
do.
can do.
This is
This
what's
is
problem.
what problem.
And most
And
of
most
them
of
were
them were
astonished
astonished
that
that
I
I
came
came
to
to
class
class
very
very
seriously did
seriously
my
with
and
my and
honestly did
honestly
my
did
job
my job
and went
and
off
went off
without
without
wanting or the
wanting or the
need
need
and
and
also
also
avoiding if
avoiding if
asked
asked
directly or
directly or
indirectly
indirectly
about
about
private teaching
private
and
teaching
things
and
like
things
that.
like that.
To my
My
ideology, I
ideology,
think
I think
a
a
teacher is
teacher is
paid to
paid to
teach
teach
everything
everything
inside the
inside the
premises of
premises
the
of the
institute,
institute,
school,
school,
college,
college,
whatever.
whatever.
If you
If
want
you
to
want
do
to
any
do any
other
other
teaching,
teaching,
get to
get
other
to other
institute.
institute.
Get
Get
students from
students from
other
other
institute for your
institute for your
private coaching,
private
whatever.
coaching, whatever.
But for that, from that coaching, from the sorry, the from that
From that
institute,
institute,
you
you
cannot drag
cannot
in
drag in
people
people
for a
for a
private
private
coaching.
coaching.
Their
Their
parents are
parents are
paying.
paying,
They are not paying. Their parents are paying
paying
for them being taught inside that
inside that
premises.
premises.
You spend
You
time more,
spend more,
you can demand more,
more,
but that is not given. So in that time also itself you have to make them enough aware so that they can do it yourself themselves. And you have no moral right for them coaching them private. This opposes the view of my father itself. He was honest, but he never thought it that way. He thought that it is syllabus is so huge and these things it is impossible. Well, I'll teach them better in the house and they can do it. But he teach many students without taking fees. There were if there were 100 students, I mean, in the percentage, almost 10 students, 10 to 15% was his quota for without taking any remuneration. And that if he found that any student, even at that ICWA after graduation or this level, that any student was in need of money due to problem in his financial aspects, he used to provide him books which he acquired from the publishers on the basis of specimen copy, author's copy. He used to go to the publisher, rather phone them, tell me, send me a specimen copy, comment copy, or a author's copy, and he used to give that to them so that they did not need to buy the books. Other expenses he did never entered into. That was how concerned he was. That was his way of ideology, his way of thinking. But mine differed. I was not concerned after I stepped out of the institute. But as soon as I stepped into the institute, rather the class, I thought myself to be more than their parents because Vivekananda in his Rachanabali said, গুরুস্থান পিতার ওপরে পিতা যে পৃথিবীতে এনেছেন তার উপরেও গুরুস্থান গুরুর বাক্য পিতাকেও মানতে হবে পিতা মাতা যাই হোক So whenever I stepped into the class, I thought myself to be above their parents also. Whenever I stepped out, I understood I'm just a simple citizen to them. And if they respect me outside class, that is the sad portion. But if they love me outside the class, that is the most greatest portion of social bonding. Whenever I am inside the class, I am the soul and the all authority and responsibility. Whenever I go out, I'm just as a human being, a citizen to you in terms of respect. But in terms of love, I am maybe a personal, a relative of you. So this was of my way of taking education system. The point I found over there in gradual course of time, one after another, was that students were feeling very homely in my classes, more homely than their home. They never used to praise me, and because they understood that if they praise me, I'll find more offended. So they never used to praise me, but they were more homely to me to approach their problems, and I could understand by looking at the face of them. Once in IJT, a student stood up in the middle of the lecture, just sprang up like that, and wanted to ask me anything. He was very emotional that he wanted to stop me and ask me. And all class was saying, let him finish then ask. So I said, you are going to ask me this question. So, yes, sir. Sit down. You will get the answer. It just follows. It followed the answer. Then I said, you are going to ask me that question and you have got the answer. Now, any other questions is up there, you can ask me now, a little while later. But you have to solve it this class itself, okay? He said, fine. He was the whole class was just stunned. How could I read the face and say that this is the question you are going to ask? So this is the way of I my professional life. Now in that I found that I have a good opportunity to serve the basis, that is the fuel of the country, by preparing, strengthening, and advancing the student link, this knowledge link, the students to move forward the country itself. Because you see, with the demography, study the demography with the contribution versus contribution to society, to family, whatever. When a person gets a job, his first thing is to get a group grasp to a proper higher increment in salary, position, power, responsibility, respect, hold, things like that. And next is to have a proper family life, wife, son, daughter, these things. Next is economic side, to spend it for enjoying life with wife, etc., son, daughter, their education, health factors of them, and supporting, that is father, mother, whatever. These things are there for savings. These things are there. Then comes the time that he is concerned with his health, his wife's health, and these things more than traveling abroad and enjoying the nature and enjoying holidays, things like that. After that times come, during his retirement period, He's concerned that the life of the passed out son or daughter is settled, like settlement of their lives into marriages and things like that. And then his economic thought goes to that. But after the retirement, he's concerned that my life is gone. Let me build up my grandchildren and things. As I'm not going to spend anything more on investment, rather for my betterment, our betterment, a little this that. So if the these students are there who don't have the thinking, need to have the thinking in our society as to how to earn, how to spend, how to invest, how to save, all these things. Their brain is just boiling, like boiling with ideas, with thoughts, what to do, what the subject says, what he says, what can I write, what can I do. If they are given the proper training, proper channelized being done to them, they will think for the betterment of their parents, their spouse, their grandparents. They will start thinking for them. ওদের মাথায় সবসময় কিলবিল করছে এই করবো ওই করবো তাদের প্রপারলি চ্যালেঞ্জ করতে পারলে ওরা নিজেরা নিজেদের তৈরি করবে এবং সমাজকে তৈরি করবে, নিজেদের আশেপাশে তৈরি করবে, স্টেক হোল্ডার্স, এবং সমাজকে তৈরি করবে। তো স্টুডেন্ট ইজ দ্য মেন fuel of a country, of any country. They are the supports of the on which the foundations on which the country stands. Students are taught in our system. It's a very bad process, especially in the West Bengal board. I have seen many BCA students, BTech students, and these other students that they have some little doubt, but they do not ask. Previously in my life, they do not ask, thinking that there will be a miscommunication as to respect of the teacher and things like that. May that lead to the interference of on that this you should not have done this. But this is the very sad and the most worst part. If you cannot ask what you want to ask regarding learning, teacher may not know it. He's got to answer next day. He may not be able to answer at all. That's a separate issue. We are not going to insult for that. But you have to say that I want explanation in this aspect, this respect. This is how they cannot reproduce themselves, how they cannot tackle things and control and get it done. This is to be taught even at a school level. So this is what I think, and I have to criticize the functioning and the way of teaching. Let me take up my case. The first point is that the method of teaching, by that I do not mean projectors should be there, these computer based, all this will come later. Technology comes later. The approach, the method of teaching. Now, in our times, when we are grown up after college, I found there are criticisms, open criticism, and I like that. Open criticisms that it is Jyoti Bosu who is to be blamed for falling of the education system. And before that, Chandra, some PC Chandra, whatever, I forgot the name, the education minister held it firmly in the times of Congress, and just after Naxalite movement and left front coming into power, and these are absorbed as teachers, and they are nothing but good beaters. Mostana এসে মস্তানি করে. This is what the criticism been done. I never objected to this, and I kept silent till now. And now I'm saying, giving you an example of my life. When I was in Model KG, Montessori school, before class 1, one day Miss Binoda madam was there, who used to come down through the stairs, anybody talking to anybody, or whispering, or even looking at the side of his side boy or girl. It was a mixed this thing. Then she used to put a sharp beating of the scale mainly on the thighs of the student. Now, beating on the thigh, upper part of the thigh, is prohibited by law even to criminals. Where there is government order that and sanction that corporal punishment is acceptable, beating on thigh is not allowed anywhere in the world by any government. First world, third world, world countries, third world, second world countries, etc. She used to do that. Well, I didn't know that, but now I came to know. I never got beaten. I was intelligent enough. I used to talk while coming down, and whenever things happen, I found I just held grasped the hand of my friend, indicating that no more. And nobody, when we used to change partners in the Montessori class, whoever went to me never got beating, neither me nor him. So that is the technique I used there. And but they were not that intelligent. Whenever the partner says this boy went to that boy, so he talking was looking was. I just understood the atmosphere, done this, and nothing happened. So this was done. So this is how we could wish to break laws right from the childhood, but never could be caught. So after that, one day, two boys was maybe found talking, and this madam passing on the next other section of the same class, and he was so much angry or whatever. But in the mood of beating, he used to beat people, love beating them. So that she started beating on the palms, one on the right, one on the left palm, that section, this section, everything. Suddenly, our teacher stopped. No, what happened? Why not teaching? No, she said she will come beating everybody, this thing, this thing. What we have done? No, you have not done these two. But they talk. That is their matter. Why the whole class over there get beat? I don't know. And why should we get beating? We are teaching here, starting here silently. No, she said that he will beat everyone. The whole school. No, no, no. These two section only. Why these two section? Other sections also, other classes also. Don't ask this all this. If you ask this, there will be more problem. Please keep quiet. And friends also চুপ কর বসে যা মার খেতে আছে খাচ্ছিস চুপ করে যা মিটে যায় মাছে মারুকে চুপ করে যায় মাছে মারু বলে মামার বাড়ি নাকি গাদা গাদা ঘোড়া পেয়েছে নাকি পেটাবে চল চুপ করে যা কিছু হবে না কিছু করতে যাচ্ছি না ঝামেলা করবি তাহলে তুই লিডারশিপ নে আমরা চুপ করে আছি আমি তখন ক্লাস ওয়ানে পড়ি না তার আগে পড়ি ধর বেটা লিডারশিপ নিয়ে এই করবো না লেখাপড়া করবো ছাড় তো মার খেতে খাও যা ওরে বাপরে তাহলে এখনো হাত ঝনঝন করে ভাববি দাঁড়া বলছে হাতটা একটু এরকম কর কমে যাবে আই হ্যাভ রিটেন দ্য লেটার টু পুলিশ স্টেশন অলসো শ্যাম্পু কমে যাবে ধর বেটা থাম ধর বেটা বলিনি বলছে ধর থাম তো এটা আমার মাথায় থাকলো ভবিষ্যতে রিভেঞ্জ নেব কি করবি কি করবি ছেলেকে মারবি বা ভাইকে মারবি ছেলে তো বুঝতাম না ভাইকে মারবি না দাদাকে মারবি নাকি বাবাকে মারবি কিচ্ছু করবো না দেখি কি হয় মাথায় তো রইলো কি হবে দেখা যাবে তো now the time has come. I've given the letter to stop any further introduction in that model KG school. I don't know whether it will be carried on or not. Child should be given their natural atmosphere to express themselves. Through that, they have to be built. You cannot impose too much on a child. Don't talk. Why will they not talk? Talk. Don't disturb others. Talk. But learn. They should be given the natural way to live life and then discipline and diverted. Their natural flow cannot be stopped. You think of a river, whenever it is dammed, you see, silts deposit, problems here, problems there. But dam is needed. But it should be seen that not the normal course of the river is stopped or hampered. The simple way for child also, for students also, their normal procedure has to be given. Then things have to be done. Now, these people, when grown up, are told that that every employee is different and you have to tackle them. But if in the school, colleges, institutes, you have to understand every person is different from each other, not in looks, in mind, and that every action at a particular event differs for the same person because of change of emotion, sentiment, thoughts, knowledge level. Previously you didn't used to know, now you know. These things has to be understood. If you understood and build every person like that, then only they will react and understand other persons like that. Then only they will go to the work field and take the opinions of different and put them into one this thing. They'll be good managers, they'll be good advisors, they'll be good administrators, things like that. So it has to be born inside the at the from the childhood itself, especially the childhood, later on others. So you cannot tie up and say don't talk. You can tie the face and don't talk. Like that you cannot do. I mean this is not proper. That is why we are not getting a united form of feeling. And there is no same brotherhood lens fraternity as per constitution. Not properly there. একই সূত্রে বাঁধিয়া আছি সহস্রটি মন, মনটা কিছুতেই একই সূত্রে বাঁধছে না। সুতো তো ল্যাকপ্যাক করবেই, সূচকে তাকে নিয়ে যেতে হবে। তো সূচি যদি সুতোকে বলে তুমি কাঠের মতো থাকবে, তাহলে তো সূচ নিজেই ঢুকে যাবে সুতো, তাহলে তার সূচের দরকার নেই। So this is the problem over there. So this was in class 1, before class 1. Got admitted, and class 1 there I said I written in the letters about Miss Podda, Madam Podda. I'll be discussing with the principal sir, St. James, if allowed, if he allows me to talk to him a little bit. I given the letter also by hand. I'll be following up. So this is up to class 1. Then came most probably class 5 or so. I had a good friend circle because I didn't never used to do anything for them. But the way I mixed with them, they were very happy, satisfied. And there were boys in, especially in our section, if I didn't used to talk to them, they will be get angry. They are getting angry and start visiting me, so that why didn't you keep friendship with me? What is the problem? So things were like that. The times were very good. So one day what happened? I approached the mathematics teacher. I'm not named. He was a male teacher. So you this portion of the mathematics you said I can understand, but I cannot apply in different situations. Just that is needed. Explanation is understood, but how to apply in different situations, that portion is needed. We used to write in pen and ruled exercise book. So he said, this is the main problem. You study over there, that you'll be given understanding. He didn't explain me. I felt I returned and said to his boys, what is this? জিজ্ঞেস করলাম বলে না, বলে তুমি ওখানটা পড়ে না, তো আমি তো পড়ে নিলাম, তো তুমি তো আমাকে বলবে। হয়ে গেল। One day what happened, we used to do, see, we used to study from class 7:30 or 8, I forgot, to class to 1 p.m. and 15 minutes or half an hour break for eating and this. Then we used to return home, get out and eat, have some lunch or what. Then again people used to go to coachings and return home, a little play, this that. Again used to study up to 8 or so with some. One day this TV, we do not have to TV so much, so radio or FM or internet. So and then study and then go to sleep, and then this is a very monotonous life. So we are given lots of homeworks to be done. What happened, I was the person who devised a new mechanism, and that was very popular. Now I can say that I said that, see, this portion of this subject is not that much important to me, but important to you, right? It was a group study, like, so you do the homework yourself for this subject. I will do this my subject. So instead of doing two subjects after one after another, he is doing this, I am doing this. Therefore, he is not doing this, I am not doing this. So what happened in class, while the teaching was going on, or some this thing, we used to copy each other. I copy him, he copied mine. Like that, we used to do so. Not every day, everything, but sometimes almost one or two subjects were like that. So, but we would learn it ourselves. Just a working portion will be that. And I was the most that used to copy like this. Other people didn't do so. They used to sometimes very seldom do. I used to random do, all time do. So I never studied at the room in that serious and go খাতাটা দিত টুকি খাতা দিত টুকি. So never nobody tell me that তুই তো টুকে যাচ্ছিস তুই দে. Never nobody said that, and I was very intelligent to see that nobody says that, so I collected from the whole class like that. So this was in history, we used to do geography, in geography we used to do history, but I get that prepared in my mind, but that was I was to manage. One day what happened that I had some Bengali or class or so, and then English class, and then mathematics. In the home, I forgetfully said, "এই যা ম্যাথমেটিক্সটা তো করিনি, ও আচ্ছা ওটা তো ইংলিশে পড়া আছে, বাংলা ইংলিশ ম্যাথমেটিক্স, ঠিক আছে হয়ে যাবে।" এইটা মা শুনে নিয়েছিল, and that day only it was announced previous to English class that first mathematics will be taken, then Bengali, then English. There is a slight change in the period. What happened? And that was almost after the middle of the class, and I could not copy the mathematics also. I was supposed to do it in an English class, because English class I never started English, wrote it, whatever I said. I used to just hear and get up. So especially English. And so mathematics তো করিনি, ধরা পড়ে যাবো রে, আর এখন লেখার সময় নেই, কি হবে, ধরা পড়ে গেলে যাবো, যা পড়ার কিছু নেই, একাধিক রকম হতে পারে, কি আর করবো, কিছু বলবে না, ডায়েরিতে লিখে দেবে, ডায়েরিতে লিখে দিত, বাড়ি থেকে সই করে নিয়ে আসতো, একদিন হয়ে যায়, ঠিক আছে হতে পারে। What happened that day, that professor, Mr. Suppose Ace, this teacher Ace came. First thing he did and did previously also, no teaching, nothing. I am going to check your homework. God guess. For me. God, red-handed. So I said, কি হবে, কিছু আর হবে না, আর হওয়ার কিছু নেই বলে খাতা দেখছে, he was looking at the book, whoever done this, he twist of the year. So friends from the back side, আজকে ভুবন কানমালা খাবে, আমরা দেখবো, কি মজা কি মজা, কি মজা না যে খাবে, আমরা দেখবো, এটা প্রথম, ও কি দেখছি না হবে, এই সবাই চোখ খুলে রাখিস, চোখ পিট করিস না, কানমোলা খাবে, আমরা দেখবো। They were giving all the sounds. So I said, well, it hurt my ego. I was sitting quiet. After some time, boy next to me, they are not making joke with you, understand? Otherwise what? আমাকে মজা করছে না, বলি না মজা করছে না, ওরা তোকে রাগাচ্ছে, কেন বলতো না, কেন তুই রাগ করবি, ওদের ওপর রাগ করবি, স্যারকে কিছু বলতে যাস না, স্যার মারছেন কারণ স্যার একদিন তো হয়নি, কোনো কন্ট্রাডিক্ট করবি না, যা রাগ আমাদের উপর করবি, বুঝেছিস, ধাক্কাধাক্কি রাগারাগি চেঁচামেচি, খাতা ফাতা ফেলে দেয়, যা ইচ্ছে টিফিন ফেলে দেয়, যা ইচ্ছে আমাদের করবি, স্যারকে একটা কথাও বলতে যাবি না, কিন্তু ডেঞ্জারাস ছেলে, তো কিন্তু ডেঞ্জারাস স্যার, কেন কি হয়েছে, স্যার আজকে দিনটা করিনি স্যার, ছেড়ে দিন না, এরকম কোনো কথা বলবি না, কানমোড়া খাবে কানমোড়া খাবি, চুপচাপ খাবি, আওয়াজ করবি না, কেন কি হয়েছে, জানিস না, হ্যাঁ আগের দিন আমরা সামনে দিয়েছি, আজকে তোকে পরীক্ষা করতে আসছে, সে পরে বলবো, মানে সে পরের কথা, শোন, ও বেশি ক্যাঁ ক্যাঁ করে চেঁচামেচি করলে না, ও খুব মজা পায়, ও তাকে ভালো করে মারে, আর চুপচাপ মার খেলে ছেড়ে দেয়, কিছু বলে না, বুঝছিস তো, কানমোলা খাবে, উয়া উয়া করবি না, আর তুই যদি বেশি কথা বলতে যাস, চত্থাপর ভালো করে মারবে, আর বেশি যদি প্রতিবাদ করতে যাস, বেত মারবে, বলে দিলাম, ওর বেত মারা জানিস তো, একবার দাগ হয়ে যায়, বুঝতে পারবি না, চিনি জানিস না, ও তিনটে বলে আরম্ভ করবে, তারপরে এমন মাঝখানে খেপি দেবে, গুপ্ত বার্তা দিবি, তারপর ছটা মারবে, তারপর ওর খুব সব নটা মারা, মার যখন খাবে না বুঝতে পারবে, খাওনি তো জানো না, আমরা আগলে রাখি তো, জানিস না, যাক তুই ওসব কথা দরকার নেই, কিছু বলবি না, চুপচাপ থাকবি, আগের দিনটা আমরা সামনে দেখছি, আগের দিন কি করছি পরে বলবো, এখন চুপচাপ থাক, ও তাই না, মারতে খুব ভালো লাগে না, হ্যাঁ দাঁড়া, ওর ওর ঘুম ছুটিয়ে দেবো, বলে কি করবি তুই, পাগল হয়ে গেছে, পেছন থেকে বলছে আমরা আওয়াজ দিচ্ছি, আমাদের কাছে যা করার করবি, স্যার কি একটা কথা বলবি না, চুপচাপ থাকবি, তোর ভালোর জন্য বলছি, তুই মার খাস এটা আমরা চাই না, তুই ব্যথা পাস চাই না, এসব করবি না, তারপর রেগে মেগে পড়াশোনায় ছেড়ে বেরিয়ে যাবি, তখন খারাপ লাগবে, তোকে তো আমরা জানি লেগে মেগে পড়া স্কুলে ছেড়ে দিয়ে বাড়িতে বসে থাকবি, চুপচাপ থাক, চাপ বেটা, কিচ্ছু করতে পারবে না। ওর মারের মার কানটা মুলুক দেখে আমার কি করে পাগল হয়ে গেছে, এ পুরো পাগল হয়ে গেছে। হ্যাঁ, আমি তো বন্ধু বলে বলছি, দেখ ভালো এদিকে এদিকে, এই হট, চুপচাপ থাক। আরে ক্লাস 5-এ পড়ি, উল্টো পাল্টা কিছু না, চুপচাপ থাক। বেদ মারবে কিন্তু খুব লাগে, বসতে পারবি না, হাত বুলিয়ে দিবি, যা চুপচাপ থাক। কি পাগল, মাথা ফাতা খারাপ, পুরো ঘন কেস। কি করতে যাচ্ছে জানি না, আরে টিচাররা সব ওর পরে থাকে। আবার কানটা মুলটে পারলে তবে তো দেখ না কি করি। তোর ওপর, হ্যাঁ আমার ওপর সব ছেড়ে দে, কি করতে হয় জানি, খুব সিয়ানা জানিস তো। ভাই তোর সিয়ানা গেলে তো তুই থাক, তুই গিয়ে প্রিন্সিপালকে নালিশ করবি তো, তাই করিস বাবা, এখন চুপচাপ, এখন করিস না। ও কিন্তু তোকে মারবে বলে আসছে, ওর মেন আইডিয়া তোকে ছাড়া, তোর ওপর প্রচন্ড রাগ আছে। আমি কি করেছি পরে বলবো, আমি কিছু বলিনি, দাঁড়া কানটা মুলি। What did I do, you know? I took water from the bottle and we used to put hair oil on the hair, keocarpin oil. So I took water on the bottle like this. Okay, the hand was too oily. Tel chichiti hoye gelo. Applied it on the ear. Like this. The ear was totally oily. This ear and this way. So when he came, ah, you didn't do. So this is your first time, right? Am I correct? Ah, now you are going to learn a lesson. Next time you will not do. হ্যাঁ বলো, ইতিমধ্যে ও যা যা কান মুলছে, যেটা আঙুল করছে তাকে ভালো করে দুবার করে কান মুলছে, যেটা চুপচাপ থাকছে তাকে একবার ছেড়ে দিচ্ছে, যে আগে কানটা এরকম করছে তাকে ভালো করে জুড়ছে, যে চুপচাপ থাকলে তাকে হালকা করে ছেড়ে দিচ্ছে। সো দিস ইজ দ্য ফার্স্ট টাইম। বড় ডায়লগ মাঝি বাজি পাচ্ছে, মার ডায়লগ বড়া, ধরে দেখ, মারা বলিনি, ধরে দেখ, ও ধরলে কানটা ধরেছে, ধরে দেখি উল্টে যাবে, এত তেলচিতে আবার ধরে যেই উল্টাতে যাবে, আবার ধরেছে, ধরে যে উল্টে bring her back here, ধরছে ঠিক আছে, যেই উল্টা যাচ্ছে আমি তেল চপচপে করে রেখে দিচ্ছি, 3 বার এখানে ট্রাই করে। হাউ মাচ ইউ পুট ইন ইয়ার, হ্যাঁ বলে পিঠে হাতটা মুছলো, মুছে সই করে ওর মুড কেটে গেছে, ওর মারা মজা করার মুড কেটে গেছে, ওর সামনে গেছে, সামনে একটা ছেলে করেছে, তারপর ছেলেটাকে কান ধরতে তখনও হাত চিপ করছে, এত তেল মাখতে দিয়েছে, তখনও হাত স্লিপ করছে, তখনও স্লিপ করে আমার জামায় নিজে কাপড়ে মুছে হাত মুছে, ওর মায়ের মুডটাই চলে গেছে। চলে যাওয়ার পর বললো, সেটা বলছি, গুরুদেব বাবা, গুরুদেব তো পায়ে প্রণাম করি। পায়ে প্রণাম করতে নেই ভাই, বন্ধু টন্ধু কই, তুই এক কাজ কর, আমার শর্ট লেগটায় প্রণাম করতে পারিস, ধর। এই মজা ছিল। তো পরের দিন আমাকে বললো, অ্যাকচুয়ালি তুই কি করতে চাইলে আমি বুঝতে পারলাম না। আমি বললাম, দেখ টিচার হয় না, টিচার কামস ইন, হিজ জব ইজ টু টিচ what we are done here, and these few subjects, mathematics, this particular Mr. S, wherever he goes, I know he first comes in, checks the previous day work, these that beating feeding all this going on, then he starts teaching, just a synopsis, 1 to sum, give the homework, and then does the day, everything you have to do. He has to come from the first to last, teach us, give us example, and go. If you want to check the exercises of home task, take the book, do it one day, whole week you check it. We have no question to ask, or no allowed ability to ask question. This is not proper. Every teacher has to come, they have to give the sum over there, or task will be doing the task, in the meantime he will be teaching, checking the homework. This should be the process. So everybody of the class was just sitting as if they were deaf. But কি পাগলের মতো বকে যাচ্ছি। And so they said, no, you do it alone. We are not going to get through your this thing. You are not a leader, and we don't consider you as a good group leader. You are do whatever you want, and on your own. যা পারিস করে নিয়ে যা, তোকে আমরা মানিই না কোনো এ বলে, পাত্তাই দিই না। So I felt very depressed that I was doing good for the us also itself. But from that time, I honors I noticed that from the up next week or so, all the teachers used to use go through my way in my section. I didn't take notice of others, and there was no one to come gossip, beat a threat, and go off. All this bully baji chale na. Till class 10 itself, every teacher has to come seriously speech, teach, discuss, then go. Students are given ample opportunity to speak, to ask, instead of first time, second time, kanula hai, dekhna hoega, all this mastani baji chale na, chale nahi. And that this particular is Mr. Ace came first to last taught, never used to ask question, never to allowed to ask question, went up because he didn't have the fundamental in mathematics or other any subject to teach. Because that's what is today I came to know as spanking teacher or spanking master, whatever said. He's concerned with spanking people, beating people, and making them this thing. So that was his main job actually. Therefore, in foreign educated education system, he was not the alone. There are other teachers doing the same thing, just bullying and bluff setting. The principal didn't used to came to know this because students are given the idea that when a teacher is teaching, if he punishing you, if he beats you, if he does this, that is for your good. But no one is told that you have to speak for your good first in a proper manner, in a presentable, allowable manner that so that no one can contradict or falsify you. You have to speak for your good through you or others, whatever. So that is how I was mentally the leader and rather the most friendly person of all most friends. There was no group to go against me. So that is how I stopped all type of beating and threatening inside class, except if someone did wrong on his own by playing or whatever. That is his matter. I'm not concerned. But the whole education system was underwent rap, perceivable and effective change right from this thing. So I asked him after a few weeks, other months, one or two. So you said that previously you all protected me. Actually, what happened? What wrong did I do? That is a separate, not a separate. Tell me now. Now I asked the teacher that sir, I cannot explain how to implement in other factors. Now these particular teacher and there are more where so little view who could not be asked any question as to you cannot understand. You cannot understand, that is your matter. Fail in the main exam, that is your matter. You cannot ask that I have need more explanation. How to do this, how to do that. Especially this Mr. S. There are others also. So what we did, so what happened was they asked me when I asked him, he was very annoyed and he was very determined to give such a beating to me that I never opened my mouth. Because if I come out, then others will come out and there'll be a problem. And in that case, other teachers, few number 5% or so similar, that will be a problem. Now we had no union, we had no interference of political party in St. James. So that is why he was ready to give me a good thrashing for this reason or that, and break my monoball, mind will. And my friends were so loving, they loved me so much. They said they understood what is going to happen because that has been happening 2 years before also, and sometime also to them also. So they formed a group, and without my knowledge, they approached to sir in such a manner that they were trying to fool me by making me ask so that I get a beating because that portion is going to enjoy because there is a class between 2 3 groups and that is why I am making the মানে আমাকে বলি পাঠা করছে স্যার ওদের বন্ধুদের বন্ধুদের গন্ডগোলে ওকে স্যার ওরকম বোকা বানিয়েছে, ও কিন্তু নিজে করতে চায়নি, ওকে ওরকম আমরা করেছি স্যার, ওদের পেছনে লাগবে বলে, আমাদের পেছনে লাগবে বলে এইসব করছে। নিজেদের মধ্যে একটা কেওস তৈরি করে এমন একটা গ্রুপ ফর্ম করে দাঁড় করে দিল যে দেখা গেল যে আমাকে এরকম করছে, ওই গ্রুপে গ্রুপে গন্ডগোলে ও মাঝখানে পড়ে গেছে, ওর স্যার কিছু দোষ না। এবার স্যার বলে ঠিক আছে আমি দেখবো দোষ কি দোষ না। এবার লেগে রয়েছে আমার পেছনে, কোনোদিনই ধরতে পারছি না। এই দিনকে আমার মুখ দিয়ে বেরিয়ে গেছে যে আগে ইংলিশ আমি ম্যানেজ করে নেবো। ওইটা কি করে স্কুলে চলে যায়, কি করে যায়, মায়ের কাছে বলেছিলাম, মা যদি না জানে, তার মানে মায়ের সঙ্গে, আর আমি তো সকালে মা আমায় পৌঁছে দিত না, তার মানে মায়ের সঙ্গে ল্যান্ডলাইন দিয়ে স্কুলের কথাবার্তা হতো, সেটা স্টুডেন্টরাও জানে না, স্কুলে কথাবার্তা হতো। এবং উনি বলেছিলেন স্টুডেন্ট আমরা দেখবো, আমি দেখবো ওকে, তোমরা বোকা বানিয়েছ না, বলছে স্যার আমরা বোকা বানিয়েছি স্যার, ওর দোষ নেই, ওকে কিছু বলবে না স্যার, এইসব গ্যাংয়ের মধ্যে হয়ে গেছে, এইসব ছোটখাটো ব্যাপার। এমন একটা তৈরি করে দিয়েছে গল্প, মানে আষাঢ়ে গল্প, স্যার কাউকে কিছু করেনি, ঠিক আছে ওদের নিজেদের ব্যাপারে, ওকে মার খাচ্ছিল বোকা বানিয়ে, আর ছেড়ে দাও, ঠিক আছে ও যদি নিজে আসে তাহলে কিন্তু আমি ওকে দেখাবো, আমার এটাই, এইভাবেই আমি পড়াই, এইভাবেই আমি স্কুলে থাকি, কেউ কিছু করতে পারবে না। মাস্টারি হয়েছে তো, এরা বলে সিপিএম নকশাল ঢুকিয়েছে। তো সেইটা দেখার জন্য উনি তৈরি ছিলেন, ওরাও কিছু বলতে পারছে না, চুপচাপ রেখেছে। এইবার ওরা কি করে, ক্লাসে সে কি বুঝলে কি বুঝলি না রে করে, আমি এখানটা বুঝিনি। এবার ওরা কি করে, ওরা পিছন থেকে স্যারকে বলে জিজ্ঞেস করে, এবার স্যার সেইটা পরের দিন এক্সপ্লেন করে দেয়। আমি ভাবলাম যে ও স্যারই তো এক্সপ্লেন করে দিয়েছে, ওরা ব্যাপারটা কন্ট্রোল করে। এবার ফট করে ওই দিনকে আমি লিখিনি, মা কে বলেছি, মা ভেতর থেকে বলে দিয়েছে, ব্যাস 12টা বেজেছে, কেসটা পুরো জন্ডিস হয়ে গেছে। এইবারে ওরা আমাকে মারার জন্য তৈরি হয়েছে। আমি আবার এ করে দেখেছি, স্যার ও তো কোনোদিন করে না, ও নিরীহ টাইপের ছেলে, ওকে ওইভাবে পাঠিয়েছে। এবার ঠিক আছে, এবার ও বলে আমি আবার কান ফট করে স্কুলে বলে দিল পিরিয়ড চেঞ্জ। কি করে পিরিয়ড চেঞ্জ হয়, যদি রড্রিক স্যার না জানতো, যদি এ না জানতো, ও না জানতো, ফট করে নিজে এর মধ্যে পিরিয়ড চেঞ্জ করে আমাকে ধরতে গেল। ওরা বলছে তুই থেমে থাক, তুই নিরীহ থাক, বাকি আমরা বুঝে নেবো, যা। ঠিক আছে, আমিও দেখছি। দ্যাট স্টার্টেড দ্য ওয়ার, and that he was compulsed by the principal. This went to that level, একদম মানে গ্রুপ ফর্ম করে সেকশন ওয়াইজ মিলে এমন অবস্থা হয়েছিল যে আমি জানি না কার নাম বলছেন, রড্রিক্স জানেন কি জানি না, যে এমন অবস্থা হয়েছিল স্টুডেন্টদের যে মানে স্টুডেন্ট ওনাকে এসে একবারে পড়াতে হতো, প্রত্যেকটা স্যারকে একবারে আমার মতো পড়া দিয়ে তারপরে পড়া দেখতে হতো। বসে বসে আছি আর পড়া দেখছে আর পেঁদিয়ে যাচ্ছে, ওসব বন্ধ হয়ে গেছে, একদম বন্ধ হয়ে গেছিল। এমন ইউনাইটেড একটা ছাড়, আমাকে কেউ কিছু বলেনি, আমি কিছু জানি, পরে জানতে পারলাম। তো এই হচ্ছে অবস্থা, পুরো বন্ধ হয়ে গেছিল, বুঝলে, এই হচ্ছে অবস্থা। শুধু একদিন কানটা ধরতে দিন, মানে একদিন ধরতে দিলেও নেশা পাবে, একদিন নেশাটা ছাড়িয়ে দিই, দেখবি ঠিক থাকবে। ছাড়িয়ে দিয়েছি, এবার আমরা দেখে নিচ্ছি, একবারে ওইভাবে টিচারদের এসে পড়াতে হতো, কেউ কিছু করতে পারতো না। আমার সঙ্গে বন্ধু এত টার্মস ভালো, হ্যাঁ আমার বলে তোর কোনো বন্ধু আছে তুই কার সঙ্গে মিশতে পারিস, আমার বোন আমায় বলে, পাড়ালো শুনেছে আশেপাশে। তো এনিওয়েজ, so that was how things went on. So after that, so what I was saying, so I said why does it that so, you have to ask him, I cannot understand. Then you have to say that sir I will take your private tuition sir, you teach so well sir, you will get into a private tuition, he will explain you very well over there, almost very well, almost not totally but almost very well. Then you will do the sums as per the solving. Then as a mark of thanks, he will give the sum again. Then you have to make the error. Then he will say, why are you making error, my child? Sir, this is very sorry. Actually, I am, sir, happened like that. No, you will need punishment. Yes, sir, I'm very sorry, sir. Then he will tell you to meet in another coaching class. There he will give you the caning. That is his main job. He will take the money from parents, teach you properly in there, and after you are taught, you have to pay thanks by purposefully doing the wrong sum, same sums wrong, and then he will get the number of wrongs means number of times of caning, and then that will be given to a separate this thing at a separate place on a separate calling and in a group. That is how things are done. Is that so? Well, it is so. This is what we are done. This is exploitation. Well, what can we do? So I said, well, just as you gave us the uh, track of the right path, everything went down. Now see, oh yes, that happens. Yes, that's happened. That's why we said, wait, we do not go and ask the teacher directly. Tell us, we will solve the matter. So I said, okay, fine. So this goes on. Yes, this goes on. Well, didn't you see in the room of the Rodriguez, that co-principal or whatever? What you went and didn't notice? No, you see there's a basket, a full basket like this full of kids. Is that so? I saw it, right? You see there are different widths of canes, different lengths of canes, different flexibility of canes. Okay, this is for the purpose of their enjoyment. So we are object of enjoyment. I'll not name who said, which class said, which section said, but this is a fact. So I have never been, because we love you, we care for you. The hurt you get on the body is not the matter. The hurt you get on the mind is that hurts us so much. And if you feel insulted, if you feel a little irritated in our periphery, it hurts our mind very much. That is why we do not want to. We always tackle the matter. And you know that there is other group like two three groups are that the who didn't seem to be so friendly with you, are we are all in constant together to see that not a scolding is done to you. This is how we operate. I said I could not give you a toffee also in my birthday. Also never needed. So that was how I behaved with my friends, and that was how they reciprocated in me. And that is why if I go approach any of my school friends, they will even they're even ready to die for me, but I do not want that. My college friends also, my IEM friends also, but except Nirupam and things like that. That is why on that this thing, and I am said that I cannot manage ragging if I'm put to engineering. I rag the raggers and they tell I cannot manage it. Anyway, that's a different issue. So this is what happened. In case when I went to education system, I was the most unwelcomed and unwanted in the professor sphere. But the more welcomed and loved, rather beloved, respected in the student sphere. Without any union or any political background, I did not want to give, I will not give. So this is the happening. Why this happens? I want to ask. Students love me, students respect me, students do for me. Even when I get out of the, when I'm not in there also, they still respect me. For the next generation also, they love me. For the next batch, etc. I told about Techno India from 2007 to 2019. But what is the reason that the professors do not want me there? It happened with Bibi Sharkar also. It happened with many others. I approached through father to Bibi Sharkar for a job over there. But despite of that popularity, that in 2019 also people would look say good for me without my website being there and without seeing my face on the website itself. This head of the professor over there for BCA channelized the and my uh, friend Shamima, Shamima Hawk, Mrs. Shamima Hawk, madam. So we had been colleagues, co-friends in studying. He also put me in a channel of interview And just coming out, I phoned him, said, I've given the interview. I think father, he said, I know you have given the interview, and be sure that none in that batch is going to be selected. And that is why I placed you over there. And that what happened, someone else was selected, uh, but not me, even as a lab instructor or whatever. No post was given to me. I went to Shudipti Banerjee through father, Calcutta University, and asked for the PhD. He diverted me to Ranoji Chakraborty. He behaved with me very properly, respectfully, not at all lovingly, but respectfully. I went to his office, his house, whatever. He mixed with his two sons, uh, talked to his wife, things like that. But he told me to donate something to Spasmic Baby concern for getting the registration of the PhD. I said, don't I have marks? No, you have marks. That's not an issue. But no, I said I have been. I didn't gone through at one shot in graduation. He said, no, that's not an issue. That you have checked. You have no. You can pass through. But you first donate something to the this in order to get a. Why it has got connection? You do one thing. You go to that Taligon's place. I said I know nothing. You can ask the police there. So I knew nothing. So I went to the DC, that is Deputy Commissioner SSD, over there, uh, and asked the office that I need his address, how to go. I don't know anything. They guided me, and I was at once reached there, and I was asked to donate something for getting filling the form, registration form, and getting it noted in the as registration. Then I have to settle down as to how much I can pay for getting through the uh, this thing PhD, and that on what quick basis, how much short time I want to spend for at least there was at a minimum 3 years or whatever, 2 years I forgot. Beyond that, if I want to get it done by another within another 3 years, then I have to pay this. If I want to get it done by within 1 year, then I have to pay more. That is this. If I want to get it done beyond 5 years, then I pay more. Pay these which is less than this. Like that, like a great chat at the price list. But before that, I have been diverted for on arsenic, this thing, on CSR, this thing, and all these things. So I said no. I said sorry, I was not willing to do this. Then I went to Raja Bajar decision support system. This thing I wanted to do research, but there was the thing that you give the proposal, we'll place it, and it will get registered. That is the government fees, others needs and not. That means they said that you do the job, but at that time when it will be viva voce, if somebody gets hold of that, a little they hear that and get passed through, then I can't help what will happen. I mean, it will be copied. So you have to protect the that being leaked out in terms of money by the other person. That means I am going to do it on my own. Then somebody is to come and used to copy that and get it in his name, and things will follow. And I'll sit singing, sucking the thumb. And next, I have to reject this and go for a next topic. Then I have to go for a settlement. So ultimate point is that you have to pay for being registered. You have to pay for getting it not leaked out. Enough for that, you have to pay for getting it done quickly. You have to pay to get it done by the board. You have to pay for net being leaked by the foreign judge or whatever. So you have to pay and pay. And this payment is informal, illegal, and unfixed, and unrelied or undependent. You pay this, next time the person changes, somebody else comes, I don't know, then you have to pay again. Man, that also more. Then there is a shifting or alteration in duty, someone is transferred, Some comes then everything changes. His whole batch changes. So every new payment has to be made. Now the point is corruption to what level? It is just to payment level or any other level? That is my question I put here very independently. I have talents, but I could not get it registered. So, what is the level of corruption in education field? I want to know because if PhD this thing has so many payments, then the teachers or the professors or the sanctioning governing authority could be earning lots. Instead of purchasing a Maruti car, they will be purchasing a Mercedes car. But that is not so. I seen professors of Calcutta University coming with a this cloth bag, not even a leather bag, a little chappal from the foot, not even from a reputed brand. So actually, what happens? Actually, why my father was forcefully driven out of the education systems, starting from the IISDWM to some best known and represented of current education minister, this Partho Chatterjee, under whose money is to be paid to get into admitted into colleges, and a special reference may be made to the I forgot the name, the Ashutosh Mukherjee's college. There's a Hajra Park just beside that college, Hemendra Chandra, whatever. Yes, yes, that side. And that Mamata Banerjee herself went there for a sudden visit and inspected and said, no, 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 nothing is there, nothing is there. And there was an uproar whole over Bengal that too much money is demanded by TNC leaders for letting it, otherwise they're not letting it. And this is illegal, illogical, and unacceptable. Demerits are let in and but merits are let out. And madam went there, did an investigation, said nothing happens here. And after that, everything got kept. There was a total protest against this Partho Chatterjee. And this Partho Chatterjee threw father out of the education system through informal means, unseen means. And just after the fall of father, I was also thrown out, not allowed to get any visiting lecture by unseen means. And this happened at the time when I went for PhD. When I said that, no, I'm not going to do this PhD in a very informal and very humble manner and just started coping out, that time itself, the punch was given on father. He was thrown out. Otherwise, he was lectured of IEM, these things and that things. And from that time onwards, his book was stopped being sold. That's shown that there is no profit in selling his book. Suddenly, within say 1 and a year and a half, the time I retarded from getting the PhD through these means and methods, this happened. So is it political influence that is going on? No, no, no. They have lots of political this thing grasp in their hand. They have these recruiters, this no knowledge with the, what do you call it? The industrialist for placement of the students. So money is not the matter. So what is the honey over there? Let me tell you an example. In Sima, there is a this thing, what do you call it, seminar like that, and I said you can invite your person. So I went and said, well, let me invite 2 3 of the. I asked father, sir, Baba, kake kake ডাক?" বলে, "ডাক, যাকে ইচ্ছে ডাক." I invited a few, and of which Sudipti Banerjee turned up. Now there was a magazine on which education matters was printed, and last was there on advertisement, which was a little not to the track or something, I don't know, remember, and it had a something like a whip that called marinette or whatever, I forgot, like a whip that is for beating. I don't know, I remember not what happened because I never went through it deeply. Now when he was standing the pages, he came to me near me and was looking at the this particular segment for a long time, such that I noticed it. and he looked twice on me and this also. So I couldn't understand what he wanted to see. If you want to see the magazine, why are you coming near me and just want me to see what is the matter, what is with it? And just after that, everything started losing. So I didn't understand what is the matter behind it. Now when I saw the abroadment in Jadavpur, I understand a new way of sex life is tried to be implemented on the students. I'm sorry to say, I must say, and that should be a BDSM type of foreign style, and that the draft education has been made, as per my opinion, independent opinion, almost similar to that of a foreign country, specifically to mention USA. And this type of life living, that is sexual enjoyment through torturing, that is sadomasochism, these things of things are quite reference to their life living. Whether do they do that or not, whatever, I don't know the system, but it has a reference to that them in the culture. But whether do sex like that, I don't know. But it has a reference to culture because there were stories and there were scenes that the slaves were whipped and almost died even sometimes. This is what I learned from internet. So things there are stories like that. So therefore, some kind of sexual matching, psychological matching, being done to the students so that they can have a life that is built on the manner of the mainly the USA or some other country, I don't know, so that their sexuality, their way of expressing love, etc., everything went like that. So therefore, the culture of India is being swiped and tried to be that of USA or whatever. Now, why I am saying this? Because of the bench and the rope and this thing in the modern park being specifically shown to me, one, because of the advertisement being specifically, see, I'm seeing this, whether it was a similar education journal or whatever journal, I don't know, I didn't go to, I didn't what is it doing, I just kept it, it just stuck my head, but I didn't go through it, so let it be. Now I can relate these two things and the AVP these things. So I think that one segment of the teacher is involved in indulging and imposing some kind of sexuality, racket or whatever, maybe paid, maybe unpaid, I don't know. I don't mean that they're it's in themselves involved in it or they themselves involve the students, that's a separate issue. I'm not, I just put my suspect forward. It may be totally wrong, imagine, Abel, but I just put it, the involved in it, because you see, I ran IMS, Institute of Management. I Yes. In the meantime, I went to IMS and asked for a job over there. I was very popular at add-on, and still now that Anirban batch and previous etc. So I approached to other peoples and also partly to father. I want a good post over there. That's a very nice building, a very nice calm location. Lift in it, very good. People are good there. Paramita madam was to with me. So things like that. Others were there. I forgot the name. TRS Tapurjan Shah is well known that, and that Kiti Goswami was there. RS school I had holds in it also. I've been with their people also. So I wanted to that itself, and he has a link to it, Subhash Chakraborty. So I wanted there itself, and it's from WWT. So I just wanted to there. It's a management studies within a management. It will help me in further PhD also. So therefore I wanted there. So Mr. Shah, Dr. Shah said, I have just published it in the paper. You have to get it from the old newspaper stack in Statesman. I went Statesman, paid money and searched that, applied for that. Then he said, pore. And later. And he didn't give me the job. Anyways, in the meantime, things happened, and I just spoke to Anirban and things I looked at, and then went to the government sector. A few months back, about a year back, I just contacted them. So with the hope that I need to get back with the Oniban match and them himself, because I'm alone now and I have enough time to do this, do that. And sometimes I may visit them also. I went to my friends circle also, and sometimes I may visit them also. I mean, they were always they were very they beloved to me, and they loved me also, and said that we cannot forget you, things like that. So I said, let me go back, just have a look at them, how they are. I have asked for their help, so it's my duty to go and visit them and talk to them, maybe their parents also and their family also. Let's see how they have helped me a lot, and I have been saved from this article of the Constitution, as it was being very much imposed and pertained to my Boshak laws and things, on Iman Boshak and things like that. So I was very grateful to them. I'm still now. I knew that he was in cognizance this thing. I didn't want to go to the office and uh, talk to him officially, because there is nothing official to be between just like a father and son relation. I had to talk to his parents also. Father, not parents, father, previously over phone, after explaining that I'm in such a trouble, so for their group to help me. uh, I've talked to his father also, that I have said something, asked for something help in case, in this case, in some of my personal matter from your son and their group of their students, and that I have also informed the CBI and my police for interrogation. I know, but I think it's my duty to phone you and ring you up and communicate on myself. And he said that I'll be very glad if you. It didn't say so, but he said meant that if I'm present, we are present in your marriage ceremony and things like that. But things went so much uncontrollable that I couldn't arrange for it. Anyway, that's the sad part which I didn't want it. So I thought I should, as a mark of respect, not respect, rather mark of love, rather mark of gratitude, have a little talk with them. So I contacted the phone number on website of IMS and found it to be Paramita madam. And we were very cordial at the time. She used to give me, allot me classes and things like that, get the feedbacks, and told me sometimes that the students are happy with you and things like that. So what happened? I told, could you give me the number of Anirban? Which number I forgot? Oh yes, yes, Banerjee. Last batch. Oh sure, sure. You want to talk to? Yeah, yeah, no problem, not an issue. I told them personal much. Yeah, I know that. It's personal. So what happens? So I want to have a little face with them, so that they also feel that I have not forgotten them. So I said, I was given a number on it. One. Has balloon. Just 3 little was has balloon. Just in the manner he used to say. And hearing it, that, you know, anyone, only say no. Just that, what? I'm on, you are on even, you may be the same name, but you're not the same person. He didn't used to talk like this. So you remember this? It was in 2007 and 2019. I was 2019 or 2000 or 3019. As long as I'm alive and I can recall, I'll tell you by listening this first sentence that he's not. You are not him. I remember those who are students who are favorite, who had talent and who could express and who could approach me and say that this is the help I need, or this is the what I require. Okay, I can tell you, I couldn't recall you by face, but I can tell you that, and he is a very affectionate and favorite student of mine. You know why? Well, no, sir, because he used to come on the whole seminar 2 days only. Yes, sir, you're right. He came 2 days, sir. And I noticed every student over there very keenly and deeply. And for that period, I remember my face. Otherwise, I forget. On the thing is done, contract is done, I forget the files. I just delete it from the block it, select it, delete it from my memory. But he came two classes in my whole seminar, and maybe three, no, two, maybe three also, but not more than three, and sat at the back and kept very quiet, too much quiet that I noticed him very well. And when I just looked down, I used to see with my eyes, side of my corner of my vision, that he used to silently talk to people, just like I used to do in school and college. And then that passed on, and then another one. And after two benches proceeding forward, he was the last bench. Questions were asked, and that the questions were very critical, to the point, relevant, and just and proper. What should be asked? Otherwise, these people could not ask anything. They did not have the chance to think of that. And I gave the very satisfactory and to the point and rememberable answer reply to them. He was very satisfied with me, because when I left, everybody stood up. He stood up a little later, purposefully, for me to see and say, "You're not standing up." That is how he wanted to draw the attention. Said, "I am a little different from them. Please remember me." I'm very happy with the type of answer and the quality of answer he gave. It is I who asked them. He wanted to say that. I just went off without looking at it. দেখিনি, জানি না. So second day, he also did the same. And I understood that he always kept in knowledge what I teach, how I teach, what points I cover, etc. And that they sit together and ask. So I'll next time I'll ask sir this question. That is why I asked. Uh, মনে হয় লেখাপড়া করে কি হবে? So that's why I remembered, and I'm very affectionate to him. So, so they said that they want me in. He never said, but I said, "What are you all doing now?" On especially so we are in civil this thing. So forget it. Their batch, and I don't think your batch also can do any civil work. You don't have the brain. স্যার আমি বলছি স্যার বলুন স্যার আমরা কি কাজ আমাদের কেন ফোন করেছেন আমাদের কিছু দেখো there is nothing from the help required, but it is that I want to have a touch up with them as a mask of I didn't say honor, but I meant that a mask of mark of honor. I didn't say that, but I meant it. But he was reluctant, and he behaved very strongly to me. And I said, this is very bad side. So, স্যার আপনাকে যখন পড়াতাম এতে তখন সম্মান করতাম, এখন সম্মান করি না। সরি, আমিও তোমাকে ফোন করব না। Okay, I asked for a help from them. That is their batch, and these people saying that I am so poor and helpless that I wanted a help. মানে এদের এত আত্মসম্মানও সাহায্য চেয়েছে, মানে হচ্ছে ভিক্ষে চেয়েছে, ভিক্ষেও না, পরিত্রাণ চেয়েছে। But the fact is not that. I had many groups, ICSI Institute, India wise, Cost Institute, but I went to him rather their group. I could not have went to their group also. Okay, I know how to deal with political party more than any of your ascendants do. Understand? Remember it. But I went to talk to them because there are good emotional binding between us. They were free to ask me কিভাবে আমরা জীবন যাপন করব স্যার, which was not their question for syllabus, which was not me to answer যে কিভাবে আমরা সকাল থেকে দিন রাত্রি কাটাবো, কতবার মাসে কতগুলো সিনেমা দেখবো, not this rubbish. They wanted to ask me a very in-depth question, a very real question, and it was about their personal, life, life beyond my BCA teaching. and I'm not going to come back in the next syllabus semester also. And that they were very asking me, why? Just because, tell me, sir, you are very knowledgeable. Not that. They asked me because they could depend more on me than on their loved and near ones, maybe their parents also. They found that asking me would give a real solution than asking his dada, bhai, or baba, ma, or mama, masi, or jeta, jeti, or ঠাকুমা, ঠাকুর দাদা. Okay, so that is why I love them so much. সত্যি তারা আমাকে পিতার ওপরে স্থান দিয়েছে গুরু হিসেবে, তাই আমি তাদের কাছে পেয়েছিলাম। দেখো, এরকম হলে সত্য কথাটা বলো। Don't think as me as a pauper, as a beggar, right? Don't think me তো ও তো পায়ে চালায়, এবার যা বলে তাই করবে। Okay, I can understand, I can sit here and understand that this IMS through this new Onivan by Paromita is the main person who stopped me to proceed on the 20th July matter 2019 for getting it published on the 2021st July on the ground that I may be arrested, I may be termed as Deshodrohi, and therefore I should demand a group to fight for them. Rubbish! Rubbish! And rubbish. Have asked the whole country not to vote for BJP and TMC and anyone from CPM, Left Front, or Congress in Bengal arena. Okay, just one speech and see what happened to MLA Sadhan Pandey. He's showcased by MP itself. Okay, I am not in political any holding. I do not have any goons, and at present I am not in service also. It is hanging in the midway. Okay, I just approached them as a mark that of love they gave me, as a mask of respect they gave me. Don't think that I am feeble. Understood? The video tried to করে দেবো, but see what happens. Okay, a SI of police rank in charge of rowdy cell, good connection with rowdy cell. See what happened now. See, that not PS has to register a complaint against SI for some internal matters, a type of police withdrawal, not in formal way. So, dear Mr. Onivan of present IMS, don't think, and your batch, don't think things to be so weak in nature. Then why did you approach me? I approached him because there was a relation, a code word relation. I did not only approach him, I also talked to his parents also after a few weeks or so. Okay, understand relationship, social relationship. এটা বুঝো, সোসাইটিতে রিলেশনশিপ কাকে বলে বোঝো? কি বোঝো? কিসের প্রেম করছো? কিসের বিয়ে করবে? হ্যাঁ, কিসের বাপ মা হবে? রিলেশনশিপ কাকে বলে বোঝো? আত্মীয়তা বলিনি, আত্মীয় হচ্ছে আত্মার মিলন। সে একই ধর্ম হতে পারে, ভিন্ন দেশও হতে পারে, মানসিকতার মিলন। রিলেশনশিপ বোঝো? বানান করতে তো জানো, বোঝো? বাবা মার সাথে আছে রিলেশনশিপ বাবা? বুঝেছো? This is what TMC is under Partho Chatterjee. I approached the Monindo Chandra College principal thrice on my own paid tried to paid visit. I talked to the PMC Union General Secretary, what I forgot over there. I want to talk to him, and whatever he says will be done. He said, "No, you direct us. I cannot direct you. I will talk to him." Sudipto has said that inside class there are fuckings between male and females on the benches during the operational hours of the college, and cans of beers thrown that away that come to get into their house or their neighbor house. That is what I tried to object. This is a lawyer as this thing of BJP observer, whatever, cannot say so. And loudly inside, outside, he could have told me inside that's a separate issue. Outside shouting, this cannot happen. It has to be stopped. Otherwise, there will be dissatisfaction between students group. Instead, they told me, "Sir, we want you in our teaching arena." I said, no, this is not the time. I'm an employee. I'm be doing my job there. That's what is needed. But this thing has to be protested. But instead, I was said, "লেওড়া খাওয়ালে লেওড়া খাবো, বাড়ি নিয়ে গিয়ে খাবো by মেয়েদের and then ছেলেদের." I communicated through Jubo branch, got in touch with Abhishek itself, phone, email, visited wherever asked to told to be his office, again phone, again email, lettered them by post, but not allowed to see or visit the Partha Chakraborty, that Partha Chatterjee who drove my father away, rather kicked him away and demolished his book and out me also. Now I will tell you that you see the website Babylon Bay, where it is said that students stature age people sit there naked, etc., etc. It is a brothel. I had the experience with the Kalighat boy messaging me. I just brainwashed him and he went away. So you understand the level of moral instability that is injected. Is there any CPM? Is there any HUCI? Is there any left front? Only TMC is there. No INC also there. And this TMC, what happens? Those who are demerited not to enter, given money to got enter. And those who are merited, they do not get chance. Madam CM Hassel speech. So much is the school fee, so much is the session fee. What is the reason for session fee? Tell me. What has a session got to? What a climate got to school? When it is raining, it is raining. You need a special protection on the building that you are charging more. When it is winter, people are wearing this and that, jackets, etc. What has it got to do with a school? You need to clean the bathroom, the toilet more. Session fee, admission fee. What is admission fee? You are there to admit people. There is no uniform fee structure for private concern also. And Madam Banerjee and his government is declaring Kanyasri to rise up talents, and UN is appraising that, and that is being done on marbles and pasted on walls so that it never withers off like flakes and banners. And instead, those who are not fit for the education on terms of money are allowed to get into the education system and cause all these nuisances. They do not understand relationship with the elder, younger, forget with the teacher. They are involved and interested in massage, and that is why so much massage, and that is why Babylon, A shame in the period of the civilization. A slap on Indian culture. Indian culture, there have been Mughals, there have been Aryans, there have been this East India Company, but none had human slavery been done. And prostitution is human slavery, bonded labor. Now, in the term, that cannot be catched and grasped by law. So, will you, as a citizenship, as a gentleman, as an educated, as a cultured Indian, allow, as per the website of the Babylon Way, any mature child, any mature human male to sit naked between them and talk on terms, settle on terms, and these are the student group. I don't know whether studying or not. Student group. And this Kalighat boy in my house, I said, took 3 times the money accepted for a massage and was keenly interested from some kind of sexual response with me. That my I had pain and I'm breathing deeply that aroused his sexuality. Whenever I understood, I stopped it. Said, "Are you getting aroused?" Yes. Why? No, 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 not that. I'll not breathe then. Why are you here trembling? Trembling. I talked to him such a manner and asked him how is this first experience of sexless massage, no sex massage. Yes, this is the first experience. And then only he said, I'm going to leave. I don't want to continue. So why? You can understand, sir. I respect you. And he went off. Now I'll tell you. Next day, I phoned Paramita some few months back, 1 month back. Madam, actually, whom you gave seemed to be turned wrong. I don't know. You talk to. I found another number on the website. He said, oh, I'll give you the number of Orko, huh? Give me. I want to talk to and meet to Oniban. I never have kept in touch. I went to meet uh, Tapos Ranjan Shah, sir, and every time I was politely said that you have to wait for a long time, and I have no time for waiting, and waiting for a long time could have meant that I'm here for a job because I'm not signing in the payroll of the this thing BIO. So therefore it looks a very little law odd from my side. That's why I just SMS him and things like that. So you see, he said he'll give me a phone number of I'll get you in a group of professors. I just taunted and smiled. You know why? Because your professor group gives references to people like present this day on Ivan, not that day on Ivan. Okay. And that I had not been given any extra classes, I mean, any other streams to teach, maybe commerce or whatever, which I'm well reputed. And rather not allowed to get a permanent job also. I mean, as a post also. So therefore, I assume that the teacher group did not want me, but the student group of that time wants me. Until this present Oniban, whom I have scolded just now, they also want me. But one thing has to be understood that it is a two straight thing, what you call thread game. Okay. So when you tie a knot, there are two ends. It has to be tied up. Only I can do. I have a good reputation. I have good thing. Will not have. You have to get it absorbed. আধার ধরতে আধার চাই ওকে রামকৃষ্ণ বলে গেছেন আধার ধরতে আধার চাই to capture water you have to have a bowl excess will flow rest will stay full the beam also if you don't have a bowl or if a hole inside you cannot go on okay with this type of students because of this unruliness people may pay money and get this thing in the student as as far I know, সুমিত্রা দেবী, যে অগবধূ সুন্দরী সরি একটা ছিলেন, ওনার ছোট ছেলে নাকি চান্স পায়নি ডক্টরের, আমি যতটুকুনি জানি। জ্যোতি বসুকে এই সুব্রত মুখার্জি ব্যবস্থা করে দিয়েছিলেন। উনি ওনার স্পেশাল একটা কোটা থাকে এই মেডিকেল কলেজ হচ্ছে বেনেদের, ওদের বেনেদের একটা কোটা থাকে, সেই কোটাতে বলে উনি জ্যোতি বসু ওনাকে ইন্ট্রোডিউস করেছিলেন, এন্ড ইজ নট আ ব্যাড ডক্টর, ইজ কোয়াইট গুড রেপুটেশন এন্ড দিস অলসো। সো লাইক দ্যাট, আমি যখন আইএমএ ঢুকি, ঠিক আছে, তখন আইএমএ কিন্তু ক্যাট নিয়ে দেওয়া হয়নি, কারণ ওটা প্রথম খুলেছিল, স্টুডেন্ট চাইছিল ওদের, ওরা ক্যাট ছাড়া এন্ট্রি করেছিল। পরে ওরা মার্কস দেখে গ্রুপ ডিসকাশন, পরে ওরা গ্রুপ ডিসকাশন এটা করে একটা এন্ট্রান্স টেস্ট করে নিয়েছে। ক্যাটে এন্ট্রি করার সময় ওদের ছিল না, তখন বেরিয়ে গেছে, বোধহয় জুনে বেরিয়েছে, আমরা অক্টোবরে আগস্টে না কবে ঢুকেছি। তো আমিও ক্যাট ছাড়া ঢুকেছি, আমরা ক্যাট ছাড়া ঢুকেছি, শামিমা ক্যাট ছাড়া ঢুকেছে, শুভেন্দু নাকি ও ক্যাট ছাড়া ঢুকেছে, অনেকে ক্যাট ছাড়া ঢুকেছে, প্রত্যেকে এস্টাবলিশড হয়েছে। নিরুপম ক্যাট ছাড়া ঢুকেছে, পৃথ্বীরাজও ক্যাট ছাড়া করছে, তারাও এস্টাবলিশড হয়েছে। নিরুপমের এই হাল, পৃথ্বীরাজের ওই হাল, ও এক কক মাসে যান, আমার এই হাল। আমাদের সময় পড়াশোনার একটা ইচ্ছে ছিল, এই নিরুপম কম চেষ্টা করেছে যাতে ওই পুরো ক্লাস বন্ধ হয়ে যায় আইএমএ, কাউকে দিয়ে পারেনি, আমাকে দিয়ে চেষ্টা করেছে, ভেবেছে আমি বোকা চুপচাপ থাকি। নির্মাল্য বাগচির এমন অবস্থা করে দিয়েছিলাম যে উনি পরিষ্কার জিজ্ঞেস করছে স্টুডেন্টদের, ভুবন কোন দিকে, ও ভুবন ওইদিকে, আচ্ছা আচ্ছা, মানে ওইখান দিয়ে যেতে গেলে আমার সামনে পড়বে, ভুবন কোন দিকে, ও ভুবন ওই দিকে, আচ্ছা আমি একটু ওদিকটা যাচ্ছি, আর তোমরা বলা হলো এদিকে বসো, মানে আমি সামনে আসবো তো উনি আগে বেরিয়ে যেতেন। কেন জানেন? আমাদের বাড়িতে ডিএন মেজর জেনারেল ডিএন ভট্টাচার্য সাহেব আসছেন, বাবার কাছে আমার সাথে গল্প করতেন, স্নেহ করতেন, আমি ওনাকে আতিথেয়তা জানাতাম, স্যার চাটা, স্যার বিস্কুটটা, উনি নিতেন, মা জানালে উনি একটা কথা করতেন না, মা উনি আসলে মা জানা আমার পোষা, মানে কি বলবো, পোষা পেট ডগ, মানে পোষা ক্যাটের মতো, বেড়ালের মতো, স্যার 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 এমন করতো যেন মনে হচ্ছে কি না কি ব্যাপার। উনি খুব বিরক্ত হতেন, বাবা বিরক্ত, আমিও বিরক্ত হতাম, অত বেশি কি আছে একটা মহিলা হয়। একদম উনি পরিষ্কার বলেছিলেন, আমাদের একজন আছেন কি জানো নাম ভুলে গেছি, তিনি বিয়ে করেছেন কিন্তু অন্য মহিলার সাথে থাকেন, খোঁজা মেরেছিলাম, আমি হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ এরকম কিছু মহিলা আছেন তো যারা এরকম লোক নিয়ে থাকেন, বলে একদম মাকে উল্টো জুতো মেরেছিলাম, বুঝেছেন। সে তারপরই নিরুপম ওই নির্মাল বাগচিকে দিয়ে রটিয়ে দিল, আমি কোশ্চেন জেনে ওনাকে জিজ্ঞেস করছি, না না একজন কোশ্চেন জানবে না, আমি কোশ্চেনে কিছুই জানি না, আমি পয়েন্টটা জিজ্ঞেস করেছি, আদৌ কোশ্চেন দেওয়া হয়েছে কিনা জানি না, ওই কোশ্চেন দিয়ে তারপর বলে দিল ভুবন কোশ্চেন ভেতর থেকে বার করে নিয়েছে, মোস্ট প্রবাবলি ক্রেডিট থেকে বার করেছে, করে এইসব সেই জন্য আনসার করছে, ওই জন্য মার্কস পায়, ও হবে না বলে অশান্তি তৈরি করা গেল, তৈরি করে বন্ধুদের মধ্যে গন্ডগোল পাড়াতে গেল, এইটা করবে, ভাবলো বাবা আছে গন্ডগোল পারবে, এই করবে করে এইটা করবে, বন্ধুরা আমাকে আগে থেকে চিনতো, ইন্ডাস্ট্রিয়ালিস্ট ট্যুর ঘুরে এসেছি, তারপর আমার পরিষ্কার চিনে গেছে, আমি কথা বলি না বলি, আমি তাকাই না তাকে, সবাই আমাকে চেনে, দ্যাট ইজ মাই পার্সোনালিটি, রাইট। কথা বলতে গেলে বসে সারাক্ষণ নাচ খেতে হবে, ঝগড়া করে মদ খেতে হবে, তারপর নাচ দেখতে হবে মেয়েদের, ওসবে আমি নেই, আমি যা করি একটু করে বেরিয়ে যাই, তাতেই কাজ হয়, বুঝেছেন। So the students have to change. Educators cannot do so. Only. এই ক্যালকাটা ইউনিভার্সিটি থেকে করাপ্টেড ইউনিভার্সিটি আমার মনে হয় না একটাও আছে বাংলাতে। ওই ভদ্রমহিলা নাম ভুলে যাচ্ছি, এস দিয়ে সুরভি নাকি নাম ছিল, হ্যাঁ একবার হয়েছিল গাড়ি থেকে নামতে এসএফআই এর ছেলেরা, আমি তখন এসএফআই এর সঙ্গে কিছুটা টাচে ছিলাম, অনেকটা ছেড়ে দিয়েছি, এসএফআই ছেলে নাকি ক্যালকাটা ইউনিভার্সিটির মধ্যে ধরে শাড়িটা খুলে দিয়েছিল, কাপড়টা নামিয়ে দিয়েছিল, দিয়ে চলে গেছে, কিচ্ছু করতে পারেনি। আর কিচ্ছু করেনি, গায়ে হাত দেয়নি, শুধু কাপড়টা সরিয়ে দিয়ে চলে গেছে। একদম ওই রকম খুলে দাঁড়িয়েছিল, তারপর চলে নিয়ে কোনো রকমে এসছে। কেন? ওনাকে কি ভাইস চ্যান্সেলর নাকি করা হয়েছিল, দেখে নেবেন হিস্ট্রিটা, দেখে নিন। কি না, উনি একটা ইংলিশে বই লিখেছিলেন, বইটা কি গল্প না অল্প না গল্প কিছুই নেই, শুধু বলেছিলেন যে এই হচ্ছে বইয়ের নাম হুইচ স্পিক্স ফর ইটসেলফ। সেই জন্য নাকি ভাইস চ্যান্সেলর নাকি বিরাট বিরাট একটা নাকি বিরাট পোস্ট এরকম একটা তুলে দেওয়া হয়েছিল। ঘাবলাবাজিটা ক্যালকাটা ইউনিভার্সিটি ওই সময় থেকে তৈরি হয়েছিল। সত্য সাধন চক্রবর্তী কিচ্ছু করতে পারেননি, এসএফআই কিচ্ছু করতে পারেনি। তাহলে কেন হয়েছিল? আইএনসি ছিল না তখন, কারণ এই কমিউনিজমের নাম নিয়ে কিছুটা অংশ তখন থেকে কমিউনিজমের ছাত্র ছায়া পতাকা ধরে এই কাজটা করে যাচ্ছিল, এবং এটা করছিল বিজেপির মদতে। নাহলে একটা ক্লাসের মধ্যে স্যার আপনি কি সুন্দর বুঝেছি স্যার, আমরা মেয়েরা ফুলের মতো নিষ্পাপ হই, এই টাইপের কথা বলে, সঙ্গে সঙ্গে চলে ওরা থামিয়ে দিয়ে ওরা স্যার বিজেপির সঙ্গে কথা বলে মিটে যাবে। তার মানে বিজেপি স্টুডেন্টদের এই সিপিএম বা ইত্যাদি ছত্রছায়া থেকে এই গন্ডগোলটা করেছে। তার মানে এই যে ক্লিপিংসটা আছে বুদ্ধবাবু, যে বিজেপি বিষ ছড়াচ্ছে, এটা সত্য প্রমাণিত হলো কি হলো না? আমাকে ডক্টরেটে করতে পারলাম না আমি উইদাউট কম্প্রোমাইজ। আমার এই এত ট্যালেন্ট যে গাড়ি চালাতে চালাতে তৈরি করে দেয় একটা নতুন জিপিএস বেস সিস্টেম। পেন মেডিসিন থেকে পেন পেন ট্রিটমেন্ট মেডিসিন থেকে চলে আসে মেসেজের নিজের চেষ্টায়। বাবাকে ওই কিডনি ড্যামেজ বলতে গেছিল, তারপর বাবাকে ঢুকিয়ে দিত ইয়েতে, কি বলে ওই যেটা ঢুকালে ভেন্টিলেশনে, একবারে তৈরি ছিল এরকম অবস্থা, এই অবস্থা এ আছে এ হচ্ছে, ভেন্টিলেশনে দিতে হবে, ভেন্টিলেশন দিতে হবে। উনি দেখুন কিরকম অজ্ঞান, সারাক্ষণ কথা বলছে না, উনি মেডিসিনে অজ্ঞান, ঠিক আছে, অজ্ঞান হলে চোখটা এলিয়ে থাকবে, ওনার চোখটা এইখানে থেকে উনি ঘুমাচ্ছেন, তার মানে আপনার মেডিসিনটা সেই রকম দিয়েছেন ঘুমাবার জন্য, দ্যাট ইজ এ সেপারেট ইস্যু। তার মেটাবলিক রেটটা তাড়াতাড়ি তৈরি হবে, ঠিক আছে। আপনি যত নড়াচড়া করবে, এই যে মেটাবলিক ডিসঅর্ডার হয়েছে হাইপারক্যালেমিমিয়াতে, সেটা তত দেরিতে হবে। ওনাকে ঘুম পাড়িয়ে রাখা হয়েছে যাতে নাড়াচড়া না হলে যেটা তাড়াতাড়ি বডিটা রিকভার করতে পারে, মেটাবলিজমটা ভালোভাবে তাড়াতাড়ি রিকভার করে, ঠিক আছে। এই এই ঘুম আর ওই ঘুমের মধ্যে তফাৎ আছে, ওটা ঠোঁটটা একটু এলিয়ে থাকবে, হাতটা একটু নেতিয়ে থাকবে যদি অজ্ঞান টাইপের ঘুম হয়, সেন্সলেস টাইপের থাকে। এটা সবকিছু স্ট্রিক্ট আছে। আপনি ভেন্টিলেশন কেন দিতে বলছেন? আইসিসিউতে দেখে আমাকে বলেছে, আইসিসিউতে দেওয়া হলো, এইচডিও থেকে আইসিসিউ চলে গেল, হ্যাঁ শরীর খারাপ শরীর খারাপ শরীর খারাপ রটিয়ে দিয়ে আপনি ভেন্টিলেশন কেন বলছেন? না এটা আপনি দিন, তারপরে বেরিয়ে আসবে। দিলে আর বেরোয়? ভেন্টিলেশন মানে কি? ভেন্টিলেশন আর্টিফিশিয়ালি তুমি বডি অর্গান থেকে মুভ করছো, যে বডি অর্গান নিজে মুভ করতে পারছে তাকে যদি আর্টিফিশিয়ালি করো, তাহলে তার ধাক্কা পাচ্ছে, অলরেডি তার এই অবস্থা হয়ে যাচ্ছে হাইপারক্যালেমিয়া হয়ে, অলরেডি তাকে ঘুম পাড়িয়ে রাখা হয়েছে যাতে মেটাবলিক রেটটা তাড়াতাড়ি বাড়ে, ইমপ্রুভ হয়, রিকভারিটা তাড়াতাড়ি রেট না থাকে, কম হয়, রিকভারিটা তাড়াতাড়ি ইমপ্রুভ হয়। যাকে তুমি জোর জবরদস্তি পাম্প করবে এই বয়সে, এমনি বয়সে ধকল চলতে পারে না, যে নিজে চলতে পারে তাকে ধাক্কা মারলে কি সে চলতে পারবে? সে তো পড়ে যাবে। এমনি বসে ভেন্টিলেশনে দিলে যাবে। ভেন্টিলেশন কখন হচ্ছে? লাস্ট মোমেন্টে যেটাকে সার্ভাইভ করে 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 এগিয়ে নিয়ে যাওয়া, যদি সেটা নিজে চলতে পারে, যেমন পেসমেকার প্রয়োজন হলে তখন যাতে পালসটা দিতে পারে ইলেকট্রিক, তার জন্য তৈরি আছে। ভেন্টিলেশন একটু অফলা আছে, ভেন্টিলেশন দিয়ে দিল, দিয়ে সেটা তৈরি করে বেরিয়ে গেল, কিন্তু এটা খুব একটা সাকসেসফুল হয় না। কারণ ভেন্টিলেশনের যে ভাবে আমি যেটুকুনি বুঝি, আমি ডাক্তার নই, ভেন্টিলেশনে বডি, কারণ তখন তার দিয়ে ভেন্টিলেশন কনসেন্ট ছিল কিনা জানি না, আমি শুনেছি বলে মনে নেই, পরে কথা বলতে বলতে ওই ডিসি করতে করতে এসএসআরএন থেকে আমি জেনেছি। তো ভেন্টিলেশনে যে বডিতে যতটা ভাবে অর্গানগুলোকে চালু করতে হয়, যে অর্গানটা যতটা, যে অর্গানটা কম, যে অর্গানটা দরকার নেই, যে অর্গানটা পুরোপুরি দরকার, সেই জিনিসটা বার করা খুব কঠিন। কারণ যখন একটা বডি চলছে, সে ঘুমিয়ে থাকুক আর জেগেই থাকুক, কোন অর্গানটা ঠিক কতটা ডেফিসিট রান করছে, সেটা কম্বিনেশনটা ধরাটা খুব মুশকিল। ধরলে হয়তো দেওয়া যাবে, কিন্তু ধরে অ্যাপ্লাই করে এবং সেটাকে প্রপারলি চেঞ্জ করা, এবার যে রিকভার করছে, যে ফেল করছে, সেইটাকে অ্যাডজাস্ট করাটা খুব মুশকিল। ভেন্টিলেশনটা স্ট্যাটিক টাইপের সাপোর্ট হয়, এই কারণে ভেন্টিলেশন দিয়ে কখনোই করা যায় না। ডায়ালিসিস করলে হয়তো বেঁচে আছে, আয়ু কমে যায়, ভেন্টিলেশন দিয়ে খুব একটা হয় বলে আমার মনে নেই। কিন্তু কিছুতেই থামাতে পারছি না, ভেতর থেকে বলা আছে, ব্যাস আবার খুঞ্জুরি কেটে দিয়েছি। দেখুন মা তো সাইন করে বাবাকে ঢুকিয়েছে, মায়ের সাইনে করবে, বাস দেখ কেমন লাগে। আমি ইচ্ছে করে তো, যেই দেখেছি উল্টো পাল্টা ট্রিটমেন্ট করছে, বলছে আমি তো সাইন করে ঢোকাবো না। হাইপার ক্যালেমিয়া ট্যালেমিয়া বলেছে, সুইন না আমি টাকা দেবো, সাইনটা তুমি করো। না সাইনটা তোকে করতে হবে। আমি তো ছিলাম না তো অনেকক্ষণ না, আমি সাইন তো করতে পারবো না। তাহলে পিছিয়ে যেতে হবে, তুমি সাইন করছো না বলে। কারণ বাবার ব্যাপারে তুমি আগে, তুমি তো ডিভোর্স নাও। আমি ট্রিটমেন্টটা দেখছি, বুঝলে মা, ট্রিটমেন্টটা আমি পুরোপুরি দেখছি। যেই সাইন করে দেবো না, অমনি বলবে যে এই ট্রিটমেন্ট ওই ট্রিটমেন্ট সেই ট্রিটমেন্ট, আপনি সাইন করেছেন এ করেছেন, প্রবলেম হয়, বুঝেছো? তুমি সাইনটা করো, ট্রিটমেন্ট আমি পুরো দেবো। ও বাড়া মুরগি মনে গিয়ে সাইন করে দিয়েছে। এবার ভেন্টিলেশনে ভেবেছে বোকা বানিয়ে ট্রিটমেন্ট করবো, তো মাথা হাতটা বুলিয়ে নাড়া করে দেবো, চুপ করে ভেন্টিলেশনে দেবো। আমি আবার খঞ্চুরি ভাল, কত বড় খানটি ছেলে দেখ, বড় খানটি বল ছেলে, তোর থেকে বড় খানটি ছেলে দেখ মানে কি করতে হবে খানটি ছেলে, এমন সরি, ভেরি সরি। তো এমন দিয়েছি না, ট্যাপ করে মারে বুঝছিল, আমি জানতাম তো ওটা করবে, ওই টাইপে কিছু একটা করে মারবে, আগে থেকে লিগালটা দিয়ে দিচ্ছি। এবার গিয়ে টোটাল এক্সপেকটেশন করেছি, ঠিক কোন অর্গানে কি ফেলিয়ার, কি কারণে ভেন্টিলেশন করতে জানান, সেন্সলেস থাকতেই পারে, অক্সিজেন হতেই পারে, ভেন্টিলেশন কেন করছেন? আচ্ছা আইসিইউতে কেন রেখেছেন বলুন তো, এইচডিইউ থেকে কি ফেলিয়ার দেখছেন? না আপনি টেস্ট রিপোর্ট দেখিয়ে দিতে পারি, এক্ষুনি দেখান, কালকে, কালকে নয়, কালকে কি লিখে আসবে ঠিক আসবে না, আপনি এক্ষুনি দেখান, আপনার কাছে ফাইল থাকার কথা, ফাইল আছে, ওই আনতে গেছে, বাথরুমে গেছে, বাথরুমে গেছে, আসলে দেখবো। কালকে আনবেন কি লিখে আনবেন আমি জানি না, 5 মিনিটের মধ্যে দেখান তো, বাথরুমে গেছে আরেকজন আছে, এটা আইসিসিউ, আইসিইউ, ঠিক আছে? বাথরুমে গেছে বলে রুগী বসে থাকবে না, আরেকজন চার্জে আছে, দেখান তো ফাইলটা এক্ষুনি, দেখি তো ভালো করে, কি ফেলিওরের জন্য আইসিইউতে দিচ্ছেন? না তখন প্যাঁচে পড়ে গেছে, ভেবেছে ভয় পেয়ে গেছে, আমি এই করব, ঝামেলা করব, ঠিক আছে মা সই করবে, ব্যাস। যেই বলেছি মা, মা উনি একবারে গিয়ে সেই যে চেয়ারে বসে রইল, সেদিন আর বাড়ি ফেরেনি, বোনের বাড়ি গিয়েছিল, পরের একদিন থেকে তারপরে বাড়িতে ফিরেছে, ততদিনে আইসিইউ থেকে এইচডিইউতে মানে লেস ক্রিটিক্যাল ইউনিটে নামিয়ে দিয়েছে, তারপর বাড়ি ফিরেছে। ফিরতে খেয়েছে গালাগালি এমন, একবারে চেঁচামেচি অশান্তি করে বাড়িতে, মানে পাড়ার লোক যোগ হওয়ার কথা, কান্নাকাটি করে গিয়ে আবার বোনের বাড়ি বসতে গেছে, বোনের থেকে বার করে দিয়েছে, গিয়ে মামার বাড়ি বসতে গেছে, তারপর বাবা সুস্থ হতে বাড়ি নিয়ে এসছে, নাহলেও বাবাকে মেরে ছাড়তো। তাই এমন কিসিবাজি করেছি একবারে, যে বোনের কাছে কাছে আর বোন চান্স দেয়নি, আগে থেকে গিয়ে কুটকুটি মেরেছিলেন, মেরে রেখে দিয়েছিলাম পাড়াতে, ও দুদিন থেকে যে বলছে রোজ তো এখান থেকে সম্ভব নয়, যে বেশি দিন থাকলে এবার তোদের জ্বালাবো, পাড়াতে ঘুঞ্চুটি মেরে রেখে দিয়েছি, না না সিপিএমকে ধরিনি, পাড়াতে একজনকে বলে রেখে দিয়েছি, ব্যাস। আর বোনের বাড়িতে থাকতে দেয় না, শাশুড়ি ফাশুড়ি, বেরিয়ে গিয়ে মামার বাড়িতে আছে, মামার বাড়ি কতদিন বসে থাকবে, মামার বাড়িতে তো সেরকম অবস্থা, মামার বাড়িতে কতদিন বসে থাকবে, বড় কি করবে, কতদিন বসে থাকবে, সরি, বাধ্য হবে এ বাড়িতে ঢুকতে, আমার সঙ্গে একা থাকলে এবার দেবো বলেছি, আবার রুটিয়ে দেবো, মাই দেখাচ্ছ, মাই দেখাও, রুটিয়ে দেবো, এবার বলছি গুড দেখাও বলবো, আস্তে করে দিচ্ছি, চেঁচামেচি করে আস্তে করে কিছুটা দিয়ে দিয়েছি, কেউ শুনতে পায়নি, ও আর ভয় এ বাড়িতে ঢুকতে পারে না, জামা কাপড় টাপড় সব বেরিয়ে, এই বাড়িতে 3 দিনের বেশি হলে জামা কাপড় কোথায় পাবে, কার জামা কাপড় পরবে, টাকা কোথায় পাবে, ব্যাস। 4 থেকে 5 দিনের মধ্যে বাবা সুস্থ হয়ে গেল, টুকটুক করে চলে এলো, ভেন্টিলেশনের দরকার হলো না, শুধু কলকারিটা নেড়ে গেছে, anyway, regarding education system, I said all this. So the whole education system is a quite vamp up. I'll be trying with the students union. My favorite is SFI, etc. So one thing I want to say, I have to say, that this ABVP, what do you call it? Akhil Bharatiya Vidyarthi Parishad, ABVP. They are also students. They are also knowledge, they are also part of the country, citizen, future. But you have to understand the differentiation between good and bad. একটা গল্প ছিল, একটা হাতি পাগল হয়ে গেছে, মাহুত বলছে সরে যাও, যাকে পাবে আহত করবে, নিহত করতে পারে। তো একজন লোক দাঁড়িয়ে ছিল, বলল সবের মধ্যেই তো নারায়ণ আছে, হাতির মধ্যেও নারায়ণ আছে, তো আমি নারায়ণ থেকে করবো কেন, আমার মধ্যে নারায়ণ আছে। হাতিটা যাওয়ার সময় এমন দিল, খুব জোরে আহত হলো, নিহত হতে পারতো, আহত হয়েছে। সবাই বলে তুমি দেখতে পাচ্ছ না হাতিটার মধ্যে না, এ বলে হাতির মধ্যে নারায়ণ, আমার মধ্যে নারায়ণ। আরে হাতিটা পাগল, রুগ্ন নারায়ণ, নারায়ণ আছে অন্য রূপে, ক্ষতিকারক নারায়ণ, তুমি সরে যাবে না। বললো হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ সেটা তো ঠিক করিনি, তবে নিজের ভালো নিজে বুঝবে না। তো রামকৃষ্ণদেব তার এইটা বলে বলেছিলেন, একেই বলে বুদ্ধি আর সূক্ষ্ম বুদ্ধি, দ্যাট ইজ নলেজ অ্যান্ড উইজডম। সো উই হ্যাভ টু not only have knowledge, we have to be wise also. In part of being wise, we have to eliminate, eradicate, and throw away, not crushing. That is fascism, all these things will come up. Just eliminate them, throw away them. Which? Which them? Those who are purposefully and motivatedly creating problem, using their intelligence to set up a parallel administration, which I term as intelligent terrorism, done through Desmedical, Dhiraj Mananji, etc. And this, you will see and study and get the point. I'm talking about Bengal. The most of this AVPP, real, those are not false flag holders. মিথ্যে ঝান্ডা দিচ্ছে তার মানে সত্যিকার AVPP are from the institutes which have no demand, almost no demand, almost no reputation or bad reputation. For example, in Kolkata, rather West Bengal, first ABBP was Institute of Jute Technology. There, number of students are admitted this year, that year, that year, that year. Good laboratories there, I went there. Good computer facilities there. But starting jute technology, how many people get into the jute technology or related or fabric technology? Tell me. So what are these boys doing, girls doing? Nahi kaj koi baj. Therefore, the uproarment in Jadavpur University was going to take up, which I controlled in the path, was because of this Supriyo, Babul Supriyo, coming in, who is BJP and ABVP is BJP. Though it has been initiated and tried to be conducted because of ABVP and Babul Supriyo. And that President sir, Honorable Governor sir took the side, as far as I know, of the ABVP. And that this Honorable Governor sir took the side of ABP to stop arrest of reporter. And that Mukul Rai himself alleged years back about Mamata Banerjee's purchasing this news media. And that this has been proved to be true. And that Honorable Governor has stepped in suo moto personally, not without a committee, and instantly on the first day itself, for AVPP suppressing SFI and others, and stop the arrest of ABP journalist Anirban Chatterjee. Thereby, although not intended, although maybe not aware, but this BJP and ABPP got the advantage. ABPP people also have to do something in the good for the country. They also try to be good citizens. But they have lost their chance and opportunity knowingly, and is very much conscious of doing so and purposefully doing so, just because they think their way. They are not concerned with anybody. They think that BJP is there with the emblem of India, lady, and goddess, and a flag. That is all. But you must understand that RSS, etc., and others, Subramanian Sami, I forgot the name, they said that BJP takes up Hinduism as the national culture and things like that. You go to that, manifesto and these things. But it is not a state for a country for Hinduism. I am Hindu, proud to be Hindu, lucky to be Hindu. But Hinduism cannot be Indianism. India is a culture, is a mixed culture of English, Bengali, Urdu, very little, Bihari, Tamil, Maharashtrian, Hindi speaking, their particular religion, everything. So Hinduism cannot be the one religion. Therefore, if you take Hindu, what type of Hindu you are taking? Bengali Hindus, Hindi speaking Hindus like Biharis, Punjabi Hindus, Sikhs. What type of Hindu are you taking? And this ABPP BJP is almost a twin. So what type of Hindu are you taking? And why Hindu? This is a secular country. Why are you concerned with changing the religious platform of the country? First and foremost, that is your main objective. Neither Muslims, nor Buddhists, nor Sikhs, nor Jains, nor Christians worship female as an ideal, except Hindu. Good, bad, that is separate issue. Only Hindus worship female as an ideal. So why should the map of India have a female deity holding the flag? Is it the females who for which you attendance independence has been obtained and is retained? And females like Mamata Banerjee. So why female deity would be there? Why not should be the flag alone? Mahatma Gandhi is female. Indira Gandhi is female. You're not talking about Indira Gandhi. Why heavy PP? I think it is enough chance given to them. And you can go through the economic records of the country from the start of Kaladhun till now and understand how economically the country has been recorded to be fall behind. So what was ABVP doing to boost economy, relationship, diplomacy, stop terrorism, provide job to the unjob here in Bengal especially? Not doing nothing, just concerned with snatching the secularism and putting into Hinduism, as with BJP. So enough is enough. Let us now take a stern stand. Any problem, informal or formal, created or attempted to create or prolong directly in direct interference or indirect through rumor or through other people agitating others, whatever, by this seemed known or suspected to be AVBP and BJP is to be writtenly complained to the police. On police denial of taking the complaint should be emailed and put on a website like me, and then matters will be coupled and things will be done. And in case the police takes a complaint, the police is to call the relative or the guardian rather of that AVPP and directly say very frankly and friendly, no dhomkano chomkano, this is the complaint, please write in for or favor and say that you are not going to do this. A muchleka type. Their denial to come, letter will be given that you have not appeared and I don't know whether you are going to appear, but next time we are going to take severe step, legal step. মারামারি লাঠালাঠি কিচ্ছু নয়। যারা মেয়েদের উত্তক্ত করতে পারে ছেলেদের পেঁলাবার জন্যে এবং তারপরে সব থেমে যায় যাদবপুরে। তারা বলে কিনা হিন্দু ধর্ম, হ্যাঁ হিন্দু ধর্মের মেয়েরা ছেলেদের পা দেওয়ার জন্য তৈরি হয়, এটা হিন্দু ধর্ম? কোন ধর্মে আছে রে মেয়েরা তৈরি হচ্ছে ছেলেদের পা দেবে বলে, ছেলেদের উপর মেজাজ দেখাবে বলে? ছেলেদের একটা রেসপেক্ট দিতে জানিস না, আবার তোরা বলিস দেশে মাতা, ভারত মাতা, তোরা বলিস ভারত মাতা। এই তোরাই আমেরিকান কালচার এখানে লিখে আনতে চাস, ফেমডম কালচার, যেখানে মেয়েরা পেঁদে পেঁদে মজা পায়। ভারত মাতা, হ্যাঁ রে ভারত মাতা শিখিয়েছে ছেলেদের পেঁদাও? কিসের ভারত দেখাচ্ছিস রে, হ্যাঁ স্পষ্ট কথা বলতো। বোকাটা অন্য লোককে বানাবি, বুঝছিস, আমাকে বানাতে আসিস না। আর এই অমিতাভ দত্তদের কিনে রেখেছিস, যেই তোদের রেখেছে বিজেপি রেখেছে বলি বা সাধন পান্ডে রেখেছে বলি, অমনি বেরিয়ে এসে হইচই করে চেঁচামেচি আরম্ভ করতে যায়, যেন এই মনে হয় কাজ ভাঙবে। এক্ষুনি করলো দত্তদের বাড়ির সঙ্গে, ছাড়লাম এখানে।